All right, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Break the Press. You know, we're putting out videos. We're here again, and we're here for a very different video, something we've not done before. A Football Mafia Imposter? What do you call it, Abid? Mafia? I think it's Mafia.
Imposter.
Okay, we'll call it Football Imposter video.
Wait, did we already have one called Football Imposter?
Yeah, we did. But
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mark 2.
Yeah, Imposter
yeah.
V2. We'll go
Yeah,
Football Imposter
V2, yeah.
V2.
No,
So-
it needs to have its own name.
What?
What are you gonna
how,
call it?
How about Break the Press? 4 people will sit in the table and discuss their hot takes, and
just,
they have
move
to
on.
try and judge.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
that.
move on.
Okay.
But yeah, the aim of the game is simple. We all have given our producers a football hot take about certain 6 topics. Now, one of us will be given a statement that we didn't put down originally, one we don't believe in. And now it is everyone else's job on the table to find out who is the imposter and vote them out. If you vote the imposter, you get 1 point. And if the imposter survives getting voted out, they get 2 points. And that is the rules of the game. Everyone understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Round 1?
Do you want to get into round 1? All right. So the first round is a statement about managers. So it could be anything about managers. Everyone check whether you're imposter or not. Abid, you're moving a bit shaky already.
Now listen. I've got a great poker face.
Is it? Well, I already sussed you out, mate. Should we just start voting?
Listen. This is
That's what I'm calling
profiling.
All right,
imagine
go on.
me.
Well, look,
Is it?
we'll go through each of our statements first, and then afterwards we'll let people explain. So we'll just go through it. So you know what? We'll let Dean start first. Dean,
Alright.
your statement is what?
Roberto Martinez is a good international coach.
Ooh.
I don't believe that.
All right, and Abdul, what's your
Especially coming
statement?
from him.
Abdul,
Yeah.
what's your statement?
My one was Amrim's free back can be better than Inzaghi's if he had the players from Inter Milan.
Hey.
Oh, yo, we got some heat today.
Yeah, he believes that. I can't lie.
He
believes
might
that,
do.
believes that. Okay.
Should I go next?
Yeah, you can go next.
I say, Amarim is levels below Eric Ten Hag as a manager.
Okay.
Oh.
Levels below.
Okay, my one is in the next 5 years, Arteta will be a better manager than Pep Guardiola's career. No, I'm joking.
Okay,
My
good.
one
I thought I
is-
was sure.
My one is Bob Paisley is a better manager than Carlo Ancelotti and should be in the top 3 all-time manager list.
Okay.
Was he a Liverpool manager?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bob Hazley was the manager.
Right. Okay.
All right, do you want to start discussing? I think we should go to Dean's one
Yeah,
first.
let's
This is the craziest one.
You know how I feel about Roberto Martinez.
No, we know
Tragic.
how he feels about Roberto Martinez.
Does he have an
in
opinion
No, I
Roberto
don't
particular.
Martinez?
think you do.
You do, you
I
do.
think you do.
You do.
I remember what you
Well,
said.
You do.
I have a sour taste of Roberto Martinez over what he did for the Belgium squad. I had enough of him. So,
But did he
World
do that bad
Cup
of a job?
2022. I remember
He-
that.
Oh, for Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That was a failure.
I remember 2018 as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
That's not.
That was a good.
No,
They came
wait.
third.
Nah. I think that he should have won it. I think that Belgium
They
squad
got
was good
very
enough.
close.
They narrowly lost to Belgium though.
They
I
lost to
don't
France.
think-
No, I remember you didn't rate him.
Yeah.
You said he wasted the Belgian golden generation, and there was something to do with
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Portugal. I can't remember
Yeah.
what it was.
Do you want to elaborate
Yeah.
on you explain
Explain
your
yourself.
statement?
Okay. Now I will say I do agree. I didn't like him before, but I genuinely think now, after especially the success they've had in the Nations League, that he's a good coach. Or he's the key word. He's a good coach. He's not amazing. He's not one of the best, but he's a decent one. And I think the stuff he did with Belgium, I think people overhate. I don't think it was as bad, or his success was as good as he could do. He didn't do as bad as he could. Like he didn't do terrible, is what I'm trying to say. And he did a decent job.
Wait, what was your statement again? He was
Best
a what?
international coach.
No,
No,
he's
no,
like
he's
a
a
good international level
international
coach.
coach.
I'm
Okay.
not saying he's the greatest, but a good one.
I
He
mean,
came third
on
in
that
that
thing, I mean,
2018
Won a
World
cup
Cup.
as well.
Which one?
the Nations League.
Nation League.
Oh, recently, of course, yeah. Of course,
Was
yeah.
he was there for the whole Nations League for Portugal, right?
Yeah, he's been there since they sacked
Has he
Santos.
actually? That is to be fair with Dean's statement. Has he actually done bad? I feel like Dean would.
Third place in the World
He's
Cup.
good.
I know he had terrible 2022 World
Like,
Cup.
if he said something crazy that it was amazing or
But
excellent,
the
good
problem is,
pretty-
right? We know Dean, and we know Dean loves Portugal. And when Roberto
I don't love
Martinez
Portugal.
came in,
Yeah.
he was not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about
so
it.
I
he
could've
was very
been-
not happy.
So I can say I
Okay,
wasn't
so
happy.
what has changed that has made you switch?
The way
to
he's
this
managed
Portugal team?
Portugal is probably better than anything that the previous.
Why?
coach has
What?
done.
What was he done differently?
The management of Ronaldo, I think, has been good. I think Nuno Mendes, another player, has developed under them. I think they got.
But is that
much
him
more-
developing it, or is that Luis Enrique?
You could say a mix of both. I think his role in for both teams very
Okay.
impressive, very like good.
Okay.
His management of players has been good. The squads he's kept is good.
Manager on which other players?
So you look at their midfield. I think you could say Ruben. Joao Neves, the use of him at right back was a bit weird.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think he's done well with what he's got. He's not done terrible. This is my point. He's not a great
I mean,
one.
look,
which
I
would
think
cross
we
someone else.
also overestimate how easy it is for international managers to come and take like club players.
Yeah,
that are very
people
well clubbed
expect coaches to at international level to win 5-0 every game. That doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. It's a lot more close.
Because he said good.
There's no blowaways. Like it's much harder to be very, very successful at international level. So I think coming third in the World Cup he did what he could. Right? They probably could have beaten France that day. You can maybe blame the players. How comes the players? Kevin De Bruyne, I remember that game. He wasn't very good. Imagine he was better in that game. Lukaku, they could have been in a final, and would they have been Croatia? Probably would have been them, and they had won a World Cup. The narratives around him would be very, very different.
That
Right?
is very true. That is very true.
it
Yeah,
not
it's
be?
not a bad shout.
Who did they get knocked out by in the World Cup again?
France in the
18.
in semi-final came third. They beat
You
England.
should have known that.
And the Euros?
They lost to. No, I don't think he was manager in 2016. 2021 they went out to Italy.
Who are you talking
But
about?
they were the
That was in
eventual
the
winners.
semi-
Martial.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
look, 2018 went out to the eventual winners. 2021 with
Are you
the
talking about
Italy
Roberto?
eventual
No, I'm
winners.
talking about him in Portugal.
What?
Who did he get knocked
He
out?
hasn't had an
Oh,
international
was he
major
not? Oh, no, he
tournament.
wasn't. It
Oh
was,
wait, he had the
Fernandes.
Euros one, but France.
Yeah, the Euros one. Who did he get knocked out by?
France penalties.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, fine.
Okay.
It's believable.
Hey,
I
He's
mean,
reduced the sauce.
he's
What was your
developed-
statement?
Ruben Amorim's free back would be better. Is better than Inzaghi's one.
It
If
is. I thought you said will be better.
No, it is better if you had the Inter Milan players. That's the same.
I thought you meant the current three they have is better. Oh, never
just,
mind.
Just
Okay.
the whole system.
I think he does believe that, you know.
I don't think so.
With Inter Milan players,
He
I do
loves
believe it.
Amorim. He does.
He
love
does, he
Amorim.
does, he does, he does.
Is that
I believe
really that believable?
Barella in the box to box. I think his energy in the midfield would be nice. They've got Bastoni's which is one of the best youngsters and.
Okay, what's the
centre
difference
backs.
between Inzaghi's back three and Amorim's back three?
More attacking.
I don't think that's right.
Um,
They do very
What do you
similar
mean?
things.
They do?
Nah, as you saw in the PSG, the very negative football from Inzaghi.
No,
I
they
don't
tried
think.
to play out. They just couldn't do
Amorim's
it.
ball is very negative at times.
Aaron's very negative.
I think it's negative because of the players that we have at this moment of time.
No, but he plays with two cams. Inzaghi plays two strikers.
Yeah, but the two cams, it's more of a inside cam and a wide winger. With a poacher, would you
does
say?
he really believe that?
With if we had Barella in the midfield, we had Bastoni at left centre back, De Ligt in the middle, you're on the right, Sommer in goal.
It's
We
not
will
a
play
bad
better.
idea. I can't suss him out.
It's not like
Ahmad on
bait.
the
It's
right,
not bait.
right wing back, right mid, whatever you want to call it.
I think Ahmed's was
DeMarco on the left
mid.
mid, left wing
Bob
back.
Paisley. I've never heard
Bit
Ahmed
of-
ever talk of Bob Paisley in my life.
I have.
Go on,
When?
explain to me what.
Explain why was Bob Paisley
Why is
so
Bob Paisley
good?
your choice in this question?
No,
What?
listen. We went for managers, so I thought, all right, cool. What's a
Wait, repeat your
audition?
statement again?
Bob Paisley is better than Carlo Ancelotti and should be in the at least top 5, in my opinion, top 3.
Can you name any of his best players teams?
Yes, Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush,
Was he not
Alan
manager
Hansen.
when
Alan
they-
Hansen.
Yeah, Alan Hansen.
Alan
Was he not
Hansen.
manager when they won 10 in a row?
10-1 in a row.
League titles.
No.
No.
Liverpool won 10 league titles in a row.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
1970s,
those are
they won
probably
10 in
his
a
3
row.
best.
They're the three best I can
Yeah.
I
remember.
mean, what? They won Champions Leagues in a row, right? They won what? How
So
many
okay,
Champions
let me
League?
explain.
Go on,
So he was only at Liverpool for 9 years. So I think 73 to 82, around there. Okay, it's quite far away. Don't kill me. He won 3 UEFA Cup, the UEFA Champions League. Obviously, it wasn't called that at the time. Which made him the first manager to do so. Obviously, Carlo Ancelotti did it after him, and then Zidane as well. But he won it in 71, 72, and 71. No, 72, 74, and 81. So he was the first in Europe to do it. He won 6 Premier Leagues, obviously English First Division Cups. He's won 3. What's the equivalent? The Carabao Cup, obviously at the time. I don't know what it's called. English Cup or something.
Wait,
English,
so
English
how-
League Cup
so-
and 1 UEFA Super Cup.
Okay, but how does that make him better than Ancelotti?
Because in that short tenure, no manager in the history of football can compete or can argue that they've had a better success than Bob Paisley. The reason why Bob Paisley isn't regarded as a great manager is because his demeanor, his character was very soft. He's not like a Pep or Alex Ferguson or Ancelotti. These guys are characters. He was calm, composed. He picked up Liverpool and made them the best team in the world, best team in Europe. He perfected Liverpool. Obviously, the manager before him created Liverpool, made them into a winning force. And if you were to ask me, I think, look, Pep Guardiola cannot boast what Bob Paisley done.
Like what? Like making a club that good? That
In those 9 years, Pep can't say that. He can't say he did that at City because he's won one UCL.
Champions League.
He's won one UCL and 5 leagues, right?
6.
But before
6
City
leagues.
weren't good in Europe. Then now you can say they're consistently good in Europe.
Yeah,
You
that's
change
true. That's true. But if we
Made the
compare,
final.
that's true. But if you want to talk about City, let's talk about City. The largest wage bill in Premier League history, the greatest squad in Premier League
But
history.
what was Bob Paisley's wage bill back then in 1970s?
Well, it's definitely not because if we compare to City is the greatest in English league history. That's a fact. You can go all the way back. I'm certain.
No, but
City
it's about
won
comparing between the other teams. Did we know
I'm almost certain City is higher.
I mean, it helps
Yeah,
that
no
he
shit,
didn't
of
say
course it's
greatest.
higher.
He said top 3.
He said
which
top
makes
3,
it-
never said
which
the
makes it
best.
more believable.
No,
Yeah,
but
top three.
that's okay. But you said that he's better than Ancelotti. Do you really think that?
Yes, I
Do you
do.
really
He loves
believe that?
Ancelotti as well.
Yeah.
Do I?
Because
You
remember,
really like him.
remember, this game's not about whether it's right or wrong. It's about whether or not they actually believe it.
I believe that. Look,
I never heard you talk about Paisley in my life.
that's true. I can't argue that. That's true.
That goes to his point, though.
But it's never. No one's ever talked about Paisley.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked. When have
Including you.
But when have I ever talked about 80s football, 90s football?
And that's
I
why.
don't.
That's the problem
That
here.
is the
But
problem,
I
yeah.
agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I agree. But it's never come up in a conversation. I've never been asked who's my top 5 managers in history. I've never been asked about anyone here.
But I don't think Bob Paisley would have been ever in your first.
I'm
choice.
telling you, he is. Look, listen. Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, even the old AC Milan managers in the 80s and 70s and 90s, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, none of them can touch what Bob Paisley done in 9 years. If Bob Paisley was manager for 20 years, 15 years, he would be the GOAT manager. He would. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Maybe,
Your
but-
opinion?
My
What is
opinion
your-
was Amram is levels above Eric Ten Hag as a manager. Anyways, yeah, my criticism of Amram, everyone already knows it. I'm very critical, and I just don't like this narrative that Amram is like supposed to be a step up from Eric Ten Hag. Like, what is the difference? I don't see a difference. Like,
You said levels ahead.
Yeah, you said levels ahead.
and he is. I think he is.
Why is he levels ahead?
The league towers in foreign countries, Eredivisie, Portuguese league, same thing, right?
It's okay.
United, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and okay league positions. All right. What has Amram done? And what is it's like? There's no adaptability with Amram. That's my point. Is that I have that big criticism for most managers, even Pep at sometimes. Adapt to what you have. You can't just go and play free back if you don't have enough centre backs. So you can't play free back if you don't have the right wing back. So you can't play free back if you don't have the players to play.
No, I agree with that.
Eric Ten Hag was criticised his entire Man United tenure because he adapted. He fit the players. He didn't play his Ajax football at Man United, and because of the players. But look what he achieved. Everyone criticised 2 trophies here, but 2 trophies. Look at Man United now. They would flipping steal for 2 trophies. They need the Europa League. They couldn't take it.
Levels above is like, you know
Levels
what I mean?
above
It's
is
tilting a little
crazy.
bit.
You think?
Yes.
Now I'm just overly critical of Amram. I think
That's true. But
That is
why
true,
is-
but you
Ten Hag
haven't
love-
rated Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're Ten
No,
Hag
but
love.
I rate Amram less,
But
You like
level,
that?
but a lot less.
is it that strong of an opinion to have?
Yeah.
I
Is
think-
it that
I-
audacious?
I think it's odd.
I went audacious.
Is that
with my thing.
audacious? That's not audacious to
as
say.
in, like,
That is
I
audacious.
think he's lying. As in,
Nah,
the
I
gap
don't
is
think
not
so.
that big.
But I don't. But that statement isn't audacious.
I think that's audacious.
Me saying Amram is levels worse than Ten Hag. That's not audacious to say.
That's audacious.
That's
It's
not.
not
hot,
out there.
that's not a
It's
hot
The thing is,
take.
though,
It's not a hot take.
I've been saying this though. As in, I've been saying that Amram is tragic. I think
I know,
he should
but-
have been sacked.
No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. That it's
And
not.
if,
It's not a hot take.
but let's say Amram is sacked now, would his legacy at United been Eric Ten Hag much better or not much better?
No,
Maybe
but,
progress.
that's much better.
Yeah, I
but that's
agree.
what I'm saying. But how's that a hot take?
No, because people really hate Ten Hag.
Yeah, people really hate Ten Hag. Even he would say.
But
okay,
no one-
Let's go to the United fan. Amram or Ten Hag.
Amram.
There you go. And he's been there for 6 months and done
Are
nothing.
you stupid?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. You're saying that Amorim 6 months in is better than Ten Hag's 18-month stint where he's won 2 trophies, finished in the top 4.
He said no.
Oh! I thought you meant what he'll go to do.
We're just
Right now. Oh
Yeah.
no, 10 out obviously.
That's
will
what.
take
That's
off,
what.
I mean,
Is that an
it-
audacious take?
I think that is audacious.
Well, you
still.
have to
A lot
consider
of people
800
really
million
hate-
and the team got worse.
Everyone
so, yeah.
really hates Ten
Stuff
Hag.
happened.
I hope you realize that Ten Hag's very hated in the fan base. 2 trophies, but he's hated. Even Abdo hated him.
It's more of how he.
I mean,
spent
his
the
one's a
money.
weird statement. That's my opinion.
I mean, I just felt like I had to mention it. I just feel that's something that I really believe in.
Would he have picked that for a manager claim? Would
Yes,
he?
I literally did. That's
Out of
that's
anything
what I
he
feel.
could have said, he would have picked that.
Yeah.
There was other boring ones, but I went for.
I
the
believe
Rasmus
you.
one.
I believe you've managed to cool me down. Pause, whatever. That's a bit weird. Your one's audacious. His one's just weird. Would you really say that as a claim?
Man's a fact.
What
Man's a
that
fact.
Amorim is
Levels worse
Levels
than
worse.
Ten Hag. Is that really? Is that something you would pick to say?
no.
Yeah, I would literally pick to say.
I mean-
that I don't. No, we could say the same thing for you.
And
Of
Would we
course
really,
you can.
would we
Should we
really
vote?
discuss a
Should-
Bob Paisley
should-
in
Yeah, I'm ready to vote.
2025?
I
Of
think-
course.
Is everyone else
No,
ready
no,
to
no.
vote?
Look. If that's of course.
But
That's
it's
true.
a logical argument.
My-
being
no,
the
no,
top
It's
three.
logical,
My
but
one's-
it's not about that. It's about whether people. It's believable that I would say Amorim's levels below Ten Hag.
But that everyone
It's
can
not-
say that.
Well, that's the point. Everyone
That's
will,
not the
No,
point.
everyone will say that Bob Paisley is better than Carlo Ancelotti.
I agree.
If-
But the point
If you went
is,
to a Liverpool fan and told him like that's our age, of our knowledge, would
He's not even
anyway up to
picking
him,
Bob Paisley.
he's like, who's Bob Paisley?
not real Liverpool fan then.
Exactly.
Listen,
yeah.
the point of the game, right, is to pick an audacious take that you agree with.
And I agree
This
with my
this
one.
is so audacious. I'm gonna agree. Do you think the producer's gonna do that last minute?
True.
Do you think the producer's gonna change that? Your one is audacious. Your one, little bit audacious. His one's not audacious at all. So
that's
that's
the safety.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the producer changed it and they didn't.
But who would you wait? What would my original one be then? If you
I
didn't
don't
He
know,
could have
but
chose another three.
I don't think that's an
He could have chose
audacious.
Alonso.
I don't think that's an audacious enough take.
I think that's audacious enough.
I think maybe he had an audacious take and it's
I
been
think
mildly
changed,
down.
yeah.
I don't think so. I mean,
Well, if my sauces, if you're asking me my sauces, you first, you second.
But my
Who is
take
it?
was that the interplayers in Amorim's system will be better. It will make Amorim better than Inzaghi's system.
It's not as
I
bad,
know,
take.
but
no,
yeah.
but I don't think so. I think
Because
that if
imagine
you-
our front
if
three
you-
of Cunha, Martinez, and
And he
Mbeumo.
loves Amorim.
Ahmad,
He does.
Barella,
Just
if you could put Bruno there, DeMarco, Bastoni, Delict, Yoro, Sommer.
Yep.
That's a clearly better team, and that team would function better than Inzaghi's one with Amorim's system.
See, you like Amorim, that's the thing. That's why I'm not that.
But I think that's still hot.
All right,
it's
should we
been
should we
20
vote?
minutes, 20 minutes, yeah.
Do we
let's
put it
vote.
down?
What's that, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
It's been 20 minutes.
No, it's not been. It's
it's
15
been-
probably. I say.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
let's vote. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, how do we vote then?
Well,
Who's
we
going-
just
should
say
we go
who
for
we
whoever started their first
Yeah,
pick
it's
first?
Dean then.
one?
Yeah, for me, so
Put your hands up or something?
No, just put your vote. Just say who you put
Okay.
voting for.
I vote for Abid.
I vote for Yusuf.
Okay.
I vote for. Who do I? Abid.
Okay, I vote for Yusuf.
I said,
Alright,
well, I
so
mean,
now
no one
Abid.
gets kicked out. I mean,
So now what?
now, well, I mean,
Do we have like a minute to explain ourselves or something?
no, nah.
Do you put your hands up or something?
I think we just reveal it.
Who reveals it? How do you
But
reveal
then
it?
who's gonna get the points?
Well, the imposter's not been kicked out, so they don't vote.
Oh, so you're not
it's
the imposter?
flipping him, isn't it? It's him.
No, but he said imposter.
No,
didn't
it's
get kicked
him.
out.
It's him because he's
put your
trying to.
hands up,
No, because I
Abid.
voted
It's
him.
him. No, but I'm saying it's him. He's the imposter. Hold
Okay,
on.
who is
Well,
it?
whoever's the
Who's it?
imposter, put your hand up.
Go on, put your
Who's the
hand up.
imposter?
I know it's him. Go on, put your hand up.
What?
Oh,
No
what
way.
the hell?
I had a feeling, man. There's no way.
You're
you
not
believe
not
it.
audacious. That's not audacious thing to
Did I
say.
give the original statement?
Yeah, go on. What's your original statement?
It was Amorim's free back is better than Alonso's free back.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's done well. He's evaded.
You
Yeah.
lot looking at me. I gave logical facts.
So
I
you
voted
actually,
him.
You actually rate Bob
you
Yes.
actually got baby.
If we're talking about history, yeah.
But just,
He has never
I'm
said
not.
that
I'm
name.
not. I haven't sat and watched a Bob Paisley game. But I'm talking about accolades and history.
Yeah,
Which
sure.
Okay, yeah.
no,
Actually, in history. I
no,
think
no
yeah.
manager in history can chat to Bob Paisley.
That's true.
No
that's
one.
No, it's true.
But it's not that true, is it? It's about. I've never heard you speak about Bobby.
But no one's asked me about Bob Paisley. No one's asked me about. No one's ever. When we're going home, oh yeah, but what do you think about 80s football? If you asked me, I'd be like, yeah, Bob Paisley did this. Bob Paisley did that.
No one asked.
Alright,
Like,
fine,
you know what?
fine.
That's good. Abdul is
Abdul
swindled us.
did it,
He
he
swindled
did
us. He
well.
swindled us. He stays
No,
silent.
well done. You played a good round.
Yeah,
You
that's
actually
it.
played a
How
good
made
round.
you believe it?
I've analysed what you did very well.
Yeah, we're taking
Very
it in now
well.
for the
Well
next
done.
round. All right. I mean, that is the end of first round, and no one voted for Abdul, so no one else gets a point. But Abdul gets 2 points for not getting voted
No
out.
donating.
And we're all
We're all
donut, innit?
donating. But it's easy to donate.
I'm not donating.
Wait, who voted for Abdul?
No
No
one.
one.
No one.
Oh.
What was it? Dean voted for Abid.
Yeah.
So if Dean voted for you, he would got 1 point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go.
You
Round
vote
2.
for him, I vote for him.
All right. The next round. Is everyone ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what is
ready.
the round? Just say.
The next statement is about club achievements. So about trophies, about trebles, doubles, anything, any type of run, a campaign, whatever you want to say about a club's achievement. Now, because Abdul won, I think it's only right that we let Abdul go first on his statement. Your statement is what?
Tottenham should have won the 2016 Premier League.
Okay.
All right.
Is that really a club achievement though?
I based off
No,
what
it's
Dean
not.
told
That's a
me.
lack of achievement.
That is
What?
a- like
Yes,
a-
I mean, it counts. It
Yeah,
counts.
we can't.
I based off what
Oh,
Dean
what the
said.
hell? Then I could have changed my others, man.
So it's me.
Now I'll go next. I'll
Yeah,
go
you
next.
go.
I said that City's UCL campaign is the best ever UCL campaign.
What?
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Wait. Repeat that again?
City's UCL run, in terms of that, specifically the Champions League, who they beat to get to the final, win it,
Okay, the opponents.
is the best ever UCL campaign. Performances, opponents, everything.
Suspect.
Okay, who's going next?
And
Yeah, have it
you.
go.
I believe Leicester winning the Premier League in 2016 is greater and more special than Man City doing the quadruple.
They never did
Is
the
that
quadruple.
really
No,
audacious?
winning 4 in a row.
Oh, if they ever win it.
We did one
I don't
for
think it's an
in a row.
audacious
Oh,
take.
you can't.
That
I
is,
mean,
I'm talking about
No,
1 over 4.
league titles in a row.
Oh, no, you said quadruple, so I meant, I thought you
Oh.
meant 4
No, no, no.
trophies.
So you just
Oh.
mean it's greater itself, not like more
Greater,
miraculous.
special.
Okay.
Then the 4P.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
4P, yeah.
Yeah.
4P.
Okay, mine was Chelsea's 04-05 team is by far the most dominant and greatest team in the Premier League scene.
Oof.
No
It's
chance.
believable.
When
though.
you mean... Okay,
No
actually,
chance.
Alright.
Who
I
did
mean,
you go
I'm
first?
saying you're right, but no chance of that statement. As in, I don't agree with your statement. Who's
Wait,
going to go
I'm
first?
confused.
Should we let the reigning point
We'll
winner?
let the man try to swindle us one more time.
no. Okay.
So repeat your
Go on.
statement again.
Tottenham should have won the 2016 Premier League.
Okay, why?
I feel like that team of Tottenham was the best you'll ever see, ever Tottenham achieve in the Premier League. I think they had a very good attack. You
Who
could
were the
argue
attack?
it was a Hurricane. They
Mhm.
had Heung-min Son,
Mhm.
Dele Alli.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense, you'd say, oh, it was Toby Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Would you say one of the best partnerships?
In that season.
Yeah.
they were,
they were.
especially they went to go next season as well. They had another good
Yeah, that's
season.
true.
Lloris was very good. You had the emergence of Kyle Walker. Even Danny Rose was good. You had
you're
Christian
right.
Eriksen as well. I think that team should have won it.
But should have winning it also takes into consideration where they were in the league at what points. I mean,
They were top.
they were. But they were.
They were
Yeah, they were top.
never top. I'm
It was
pretty
either
sure.
were.
Arsenal or Leicester that was always top.
No, Tottenham were top, I'm pretty sure.
Tottenham were top.
At what point? Halfway through, midway through.
So why should they have? Sorry,
I think they were
just
the best
because
team.
of the team.
I
Is
think
that
they
why?
were.
I mean, you guys.
That
both-
season, I think they were almost flawless.
So you think
As
they
a
were the
team.
best team in the competition?
in each department, yes.
I mean, that links very
As
close
a
to your
midfield,
season as well.
As an attack and as a
No, I agree.
defense,
They,
I
they
thought
probably had the best team on
as
paper.
a
Yeah.
unit, the best team that season.
Okay.
Better than Leicester's team.
But does that mean that you should win? Not every time the best team wins it. I mean,
No,
Arsenal
but
fans think they were the best team last
I think they
season.
should have won it.
When has
That was
been
what I'm
talked
saying.
about?
Tottenham
15,
should have won it.
Is
16?
there
They
enough
should have.
substance in that claim?
Tottenham should have won it.
Okay,
All
so
the other
why
teams
didn't they?
have done-
Why didn't they?
It's Tottenham.
Yeah, okay, you can't say that in 2025 anymore, can you?
Yeah,
Oh.
It's a
can't.
shame, isn't it?
It's not even you can't say it as well. You literally can't say it.
No.
Okay, give me the reasons why they didn't win.
I didn't win.
What do you mean why they should have? What do you mean by that?
Is it because Leicester was so miraculous? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just-
think the what would be the phrase? How audacious is audacious, outrageous of a season that Leicester were having. That's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
reason
yeah.
Leicester won it. I think if Leicester didn't do like the miracle that they were doing, Tottenham win it. They would.
Arsenal.
I mean,
was-
they ended up finishing Leicester
that
and
was the
Arsenal.
most likely
Yeah.
chance in it they will ever see
Yeah,
ever
but they
again.
ended up, yeah, exactly.
Ever
finished,
again,
But they
that's-
finished less than Arsenal eventually in that season.
Yeah, because they
They
fell
finished
off.
third in a 2-horse race.
Yes, but
Exactly.
but
that's what I'm
16,
saying.
17, you could say
they
were
should have
better.
won it because they fell off. But to show how they should have won it, look at what they did the next season as well.
That's true. They were probably
Look at what they
better.
did next season as well. They were second. What, a few points off? How many points
Yeah,
did
they
off?
lost it on like match day 36.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They should have won it. They just fell away themselves. But that team was the best team they'll ever have.
Okay, alright.
They'll never ever get as
Okay.
close as that ever again. Ever
Okay.
again. That 2-year period, they'll never get that again. Ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Alright.
Alright.
Who's
Okay.
going next?
Shall I
Was
go
it-
next?
was it?
That was me.
Yeah.
Alright,
you're
we'll
on.
let you go first because you're kind of linked to him.
Okay.
Okay.
First thing I want to say, I completely disagree that Spurs had the best team.
Okay.
That's not true. Leicester had the best team. They did. They did. You can talk about names, but that's not what the best team is. Names isn't what the... Because then if we're talking about that, then City had the best team then if we're going on names.
True.
Or even Arsenal, you could push in that best team.
Player for player.
Yeah, but no, yeah, exactly. Player for player, Leicester were better. Leicester were better. You're saying Danny Rose. You're telling me Fuchs wasn't better than Danny Rose that season. Morgan and Hoof.
Ben Alderweireld.
Schmeichel better than Lloris. Jamie Vardy better than Kane that season.
I think Kane won.
Mara-
No, I don't.
Yes, he was.
You can say more important, but Kane won Golden Boot. So
Kane won
better,
Golden Boot,
the
he was very
word better
pivotal in
is
that
not the
season.
same.
And he scored some very important goals.
So winning the Golden Boot means you're the best. You're the best striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Partly.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah,
Partly.
yeah, it does. It
So who
factors
won the
into
Golden Glove? It was Petr Cech. Was he?
Fair check.
Yeah. So was he the best goalkeeper in the league that season?
Yeah, I mean, for goalkeepers, it's probably different, though.
But why is it different though?
Because they have less parameters
No,
to
that's
deal
not.
with.
Look. The best striker, yeah.
Well, Walker was
The
better
best
right
striker,
back.
in my opinion, anyway, is who turned up the most, who scored the most important goals.
Well,
Because
I mean,
because
yeah,
then
for
the,
Mara.
because
the
I
game that
can't.
they lost the title. I mean, Harry Kane did his job.
Yeah, but I can't say
Yeah.
Czech was the best keeper in the Premier League because he wasn't. Look, David Raya won the Golden Glove this year. Who did I say was the best goalkeeper? Literally 3 videos
Marcel's
ago.
on it.
Huh?
So
Oh, they were joined.
joined.
But I could have
Oh,
said
right.
David Raya. Who did I say? Matt Sells. Why? And what was our justification? He turned up in the big games. He was important for Nottingham Forest based on where they were. So
Yeah.
how?
Yeah,
so
no,
Michael
you're
being
right.
better, fine, but Vardy Kane's a bit different. I think.
no, it's not. What? No, forget my point.
Well, what's that? That was Harry Kane's breakout season.
Yeah, no, forget my
Nah,
point.
yeah, cool.
Forget my point for a second. You're saying Kane was a better striker that year than Vardy.
In
Yeah.
terms-
Nah, in the big games, nah, I doubt it. Come on, man.
Really?
No, of course, I'm not saying Kane. I'm just saying that it's more comparable. You're saying that the whole team is.
No, but you're saying no though. Do you think Vardy was better than Kane? that
Yeah,
year?
I think he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was guaranteed.
No,
Okay.
I'm just trying
I
to.
mean, remember he
it's
broke
like-
Okay.
Nistelrooy's record that
Yeah.
season.
Okay.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not even on that.
Okay,
I'm
I just wanted
explaining
to
why.
clear that
Carry
up.
on your point.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
Alright,
want to
go on.
clear that.
I mean, that wasn't even your statement.
No,
Your
it's-
statement
I
was
know.
better
No,
than
I'm
my
just
one.
I'm just confused at that.
Okay.
Okay. Kante, Mahrez, Vardy were better
Drinkwater.
than Drinkwater were better than Kane, Son, Dele Alli, quartet or 3, whatever you call them.
Triplet.
Okay, now let's go back to my point. My main point is why is Leicester more special than City winning the 4 in a row? You could say I'm crazy. My point was why it's more special and bigger. Okay, the season before Leicester City were on the bounds of getting relegated.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember it.
Next season after, they start slowly. They start the Premier League slowly. Out of nowhere, they explode. You got Jamie Vardy, who no one knew about. This guy turned pro when he was 25, 26, 25, 26.
Yeah.
They have a midfielder called N'Golo Kante, who they signed from Cannes or
Cienz, whoever.
Cienz,
It's
whatever,
the
for about
CAE
like
one,
500, for a few, like 1 million or something. Riyad Mahrez, some random Algerian winger that they signed from Le Havre or wherever. These players all coming together. You got Wes Morgan, again, an aging centre-back. Robert Hoof, aging centre-back. Schmeichel, who was the son of one of the greatest Premier League goalkeepers of all time. They've all assembled together under Claudio Ranieri, who again was kind of a B-list or nearly an A-list manager.
I
He
mean, there was a lot of criticism when he came in.
yeah, although he has bags of experience, you'd think he'd be rated higher, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
But when he was at Leicester, he wasn't rated that highly. They smack up every big team other than Arsenal. We beat them twice. Smack up Man City, devastation. Mahrez, devastation. They beat everyone in their wake. They go on an unstoppable run. They break a lot of records. Obviously, Jamie Vardy's 11th
Why is it
heaven.
specifically better than City?
Because that's more special. Now let me go on the other side. Now Man City winning 4 in a row. You can call me crazy, but I have logic in this. Man City 2021 to 2024. How many serious competitors did they have in those 4 years?
One.
One, which was Arsenal. Or you could say 2, maybe 23, 24,
Oh, wait, Liverpool,
22,
yeah.
23, right? You could say Arsenal were there. The last
21-22 Liverpool went final day.
Yes,
Oh,
but then
oh, yeah,
again,
sure,
yeah,
yeah,
but then
It was
again,
was that a 1 point
Yeah.
difference?
yeah,
Oh,
but
no, but 2021 they will finish.
Yeah,
first,
I'm not
though.
talking about 2021. I'm talking about 2022 though.
yeah,
That's-
but look,
Yeah.
over those 4 years, yeah, again, City had the largest wage bill in Premier League history. They had the better squad than Leicester, double compared. Those 4 years cool. Arsenal, again, that was our first year, 22-23. I'm going to go backwards. So 23-24, PGML, you can say what you want. This is my opinion, this is my take. The referees, the decisions we got against us disabled us from competing more with Man City in 23-24. Now let's go back to 22-23. This was Arsenal's first year. It was a rookie year. In the first 26 games, I think we won like 20 or something. We were on record pace, right? And yet everyone was saying City are going to catch up. City were going to catch up. And they did. We faltered. As soon as Saliba got injured after the round of 16 against Sporting, which is in February, March time, we faltered. We lost to Man City twice in the games, and we bottled it. It's true. And I admit that. We bottled 2023. Now let's go back to the season before that, which was 21-22. Was that close?
Yeah.
It was a final day.
Yes, but again, Liverpool had other competitions that they were fighting for. City had more focus in the Premier League that season.
But it's still a serious competitor.
100%.
Okay, cool. But in those 4 years, that was the one that I can give.
Look, my opinion on it as well is that I think the Leicester season is the greatest achievement the Premier League has ever seen, or maybe football has ever seen. Like, maybe you can pull up other, wins or whatever for smaller teams, like, I don't know, Lille in the League One or whatever.
Zambia winning AFCON.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Leicester, their league run, the way they were fighting relegation, like you said, I think it's the greatest thing above any team has done. Forget about 04-05 Chelsea, forget about City's treble, forget about City's 100 points. I think for that type of story, of that underdog story, I think it is the greatest achievement. And if it's the greatest achievement in the league, then it will be better than the 4P in general.
But 4P is no one's done it before.
Yeah, that's not true. But no small team like Leicester have won the Premier League like that.
True, but
I can talk about more.
And also, is it a type of thing that Abid would say? I think Abid would say that. I think that's a type of thing that Abid would say that.
Hater. No,
Should we move on?
You know,
we still haven't explained. We need to explain.
Two more.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
Do you want to explain your one or should I explain mine?
I think everyone was believed I said mine. Mine's honest.
Well, the 05...
Just go over it quickly, for the viewers.
The 04-05 team is like by far probably the most dominant team to ever win the Premier League.
As in a single season?
Yes. We set a record-breaking 95 points that time. And that wasn't beaten. Huh?
No, 100 points.
I know, but how long was that not beaten for?
20 years.
Literally 20 years.
No, it wasn't.
15 goals conceded.
14.
And how many more years will the 100 points not be broken for?
Who's going to break the 15
Define
goals?
dominant, please.
No, there was no competition. I think they won the league before match day 30. That's dominant.
No.
I think the only team close was Liverpool.
They didn't. Yeah, it would have
31,
been. It would have been 32 or 33. It would have.
I think that's still one of the earliest ones.
No, it would have been 34. It would have been 34.
I mean, 15 goals. Can we really argue with 15 goals?
But what do you mean by dominant though? Do you mean
Like,
in the way you played, the wins that you got, or?
So the way we played, the records we broke.
But how did you play though? Was that a dominant style of play?
Yeah, I think I don't know how many goals we scored, but we scored an incredible high amount of goals, not seen before, and an incredibly low amount of goals conceded. That's dominance.
Because I think City's number of years are dominant. In my opinion, the most dominant win was Liverpool in 2020.
That is true.
Do I think Chelsea's team season was more dominant in terms of domination? I don't think so.
Okay, but is that type of thing that Dean would
They
say?
did win 2 trophies.
That is the type of thing Dean would say. That is the type.
But they did win 2 trophies that
Doesn't
season.
Dean talk about 04 or 05 that much?
This is a thing that I think the reason why it doesn't get put up more in comparison is because it's a very forgettable team. If I was to ask even Chelsea fans maybe like to name the starting 11, people would struggle. It's not a very defined team. There's obviously individuals in there, but Liverpool's a lot more of a memorable team for people. That's
Who
why
finished
Chelsea
second that
suffer.
season? Was it Arsenal?
I think United.
No,
I think it was Arsenal. I think
I
it was
think we
Arsenal.
finished third that season.
No, I think it was Arsenal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Arsenal. It was Arsenal.
It was either Arsenal or United. You gave
They
us the guard
bettered
of
the
honour at
invincible.
Old Trafford.
Achievement the season before.
And that was the start of us not losing
what
the
was
game.
the team
in how
again?
long. The most dominant team.
Oh yeah, and you only lost once as well, right?
It's something Dean would
Yeah.
say, but dominant is
They
like
only
that's
lost
a
once as
very.
well,
Also,
though.
we lost only the
Yeah.
one loss was to City, the Nicholas Anelka penalty.
dominant
That was the
though.
only thing stopping us from getting an invincible, and probably would have been on paper by
15 goals
far
conceded.
way
That's
better
true.
invincible.
If they got
than-
Liverpool only
Invincible.
won 2, and they won more points.
What did you say? Invincible.
It was one penalty
I'm talking
that
about,
separated us from getting an
Yo,
invincible.
No, I'm talking about
title.
2020 Liverpool versus them. I'm just trying to compare dominant. Even City, how much did you lose that season? 1?
2.
2. You
And-
lost 2 in the 100 in the Centurion season. Liverpool lost 2 in the 97-point season.
Yeah, but
And that is the most dominant win. Like, that is factually the most dominant win.
I think in the era it was in as well, like the style of football that was played back then, it was different. Everyone had traditional 4-4-2s and stuff like that.
As
We
you
came
said
with
before,
a 4-3-3.
competition though, there was more teams competing against that Chelsea team.
Yeah,
compared
exactly.
to
That is
now.
true.
Exactly.
That
There were
is
a lot
true.
more
So I
teams
feel
that
like
were
you-
competing.
and to only concede 15 goals against 19 other teams.
They were
Yeah.
set up like, you know, to play like that.
No, but this is the thing. We scored an insane.
But they
amount
scored
of
a lot of goals as well,
Insane
though.
amount of goals.
You want to score a
I
same
don't know
amount
a
if you're
specific
playing
number,
hard
but
work.
very high
I
rate.
think. Do you think? I don't know if Dean's safe.
I feel like Dean would believe that.
I think Dean agrees, but I don't know. The most dominant is a bit.
Maybe.
And that's not
Okay.
the video. It's not the video.
Should we
Man
go on to
one,
Yusuf?
Yeah.
I think man's most believed out of everyone's one. I think I guaranteed believe that City's UCL campaign is the best ever.
That's not
Reason.
true.
The
But
way you just worded that was weird. Like,
Reason.
Like,
Yeah.
guaranteed to believe.
Because I am
So
guaranteed.
he's trying to
And I
force
he's
it.
trying to say in his head,
Yeah.
like,
2022, 2023.
Yep. Most goals scored in that campaign.
Did
Least
you go
goals,
on
no
unbeaten?
clean sheets.
I
Never lost a game. Never lost a game.
You didn't sing win.
Nope, no game. No, group stage,
Who
no
did you
game.
play in the round 16 onwards?
Round 16 we played Leipzig, Real
Yeah, no,
Madrid,
but he's
Real Madrid, Bayern, and final.
But didn't Real Madrid the season before not lose a game either?
yeah, that's true. I don't
Yeah.
think they
And
lost.
that one was way
They
more
lost?
impressive.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Who they beat? They beat us?
They beat you, Chelsea,
Liverpool. I
Liverpool,
can't remember the round 16. Was it Leipzig?
uh,
No.
Wait, which season?
the Benzema Ballon d'Or one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one was
Oh,
way
I
more.
thought it was on
Considering it,
2024.
they were
But I
like
think that's
they were
more-
always 2 goals behind it.
No,
and they
but
somehow
I
come
think,
back to win.
no, but that's
That's
the point.
more impressive.
We were dumb. We never lost a game.
Yeah, he's
Never
saying-
did
he's
they.
never lost a
like-
game.
Neither did they.
He's saying
No,
best.
but the thing is, yeah, look, I don't think I've ever heard Yusuf say that though.
Well, no, I don't need to say it because I know it.
I don't think I've
that's-
heard Yusuf say
And
that.
I don't talk because we don't talk about the Champions League campaign on its like
Who
individually.
did you
We
first
talk
on your
about
way? Who did you first on your way?
groups. We had Copenhagen, Dortmund, Sevilla, and then round of 6 we
Wait,
played
your
Leipzig.
group had Dortmund Sevilla?
Yeah.
That's a very strong group.
And then we never lost a game in that group. We just drew 0-0 and 2. We played Leipzig in the round of 16. Of course,
then
we beat
Bayern,
them.
then Real Madrid.
Yep, and then Inter Milan.
Do you know first
4-0.
Atletico that year?
The after.
4-0.
Is that the year that
Yeah.
thing you got kicked?
Four-
No, you did
exactly.
first Atletico. Dude.
No,
That's the
no,
year.
So,
no.
no, I believe
No.
they would say
4-0
that.
against Real Madrid. I think that's the most dominant I've seen a team, English team.
I can agree with
No,
that.
agree
he
with
said that. You said that.
And I
But the
think
most
that entirely.
dominant
And also,
team.
yes, against Real Madrid, that team, that performance, we were at Dean's house.
Okay, compare them to other teams. Why are other teams inferior?
I think because we never lost a game. We had the most clean sheets in the entire tournament, the most goals scored in the entire tournament. We played an Inter Milan side in the final, who later on we can see now in not even hindsight.
It's a much
in
better
that-
team than.
It's a much
people
better team
thought.
than people thought because they made what
Oh, you mean,
last
do you
year.
mean for that season or what?
Just
that
solely
season.
the Champions League run.
So is
Forget about
that
anything else.
is
solely-
that Champions League run better than Chelsea's one in 2022? 2021, sorry.
Who did they play in that 10-2? They played what? Arsenal
Champions
final?
of Spain, so Atletico. we
Oh
played
wait, actually wait, they dominated.
Atletico,
Madrid as
Real
well.
Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, they dominated Real
I
Madrid
forgot-
as well.
Porto,
Wait,
who
you
beat
know-
Juve.
Did you lose the game?
No.
They conceded
The
one.
only loss was second leg Porto. We'd already gone through.
That's a loss.
How many goals
Never
did you
lost.
concede? One.
In the knockout stage,
Yeah.
I think we conceded 4 goals in the whole tournament.
Yeah, you have one sort of
Oh.
defensive record. You have one defensive
Yeah,
record.
four-
I can't
They were the
remember.
best defensive team, I swear.
I
They
think
were.
that is a better Champions
is-
League run
No,
than-
but I think,
But
in
it
my
also
opinion,
attacking
my
wise,
team,
defensively,
attacking
yeah.
wise, we
No,
were.
but his argument about dominating Real Madrid, but so did Chelsea.
We,
Chelsea
but
dominated Real
I
Madrid
think
as
we
well.
put the better performance. Our performance is way better. 4-0. That 4-0 game.
They were
Different
They
level.
scored more. I can
We
give
What
you
scored
was the
more-
aggregate?
we
What's the
done
aggregate
it.
on that game?
5-1.
that. Yeah.
I agree.
The
We won
first
one-
draw was
1-1.
1-1, then they smashed them.
What was your?
Exactly.
Because you beat 2-0 at
It
Stamford
was only
Bridge.
3-1. We should have
Exactly.
won by way
We
more, but
smashed
that's
them.
that at
We
least his
smashed
point.
them.
They actually
As
smashed
well,
them.
if you want to even include the treble, we got the treble that year.
I mean,
I
he
think-
believes it. He's
Oh, I
too
don't
passionate about it.
know.
He's too
And,
passionate.
as well, and my point is that it's a type of thing that I would believe and I would say.
Yeah, he's too passionate.
Okay, wait. Let's just say our ones again, just because I.
Yeah, I
forgot
think we
now.
need to
Alright.
wrap up this
Okay,
round as
my
well.
one,
We've been here for a long
Leicester
time.
2016 win is more special and bigger achievement than City's 4 in a row.
Is that a type of thing that Evan would say?
4 trophies are crazy. Like,
But it's not whether Abid would say that. Would
yeah,
Abid
yeah,
say
that's
that?
True, that's true.
I don't know. I don't know. Seeing Abid Glaze the 15-16 Leicester season that much.
That's my favorite footballing season.
I've heard that.
Okay. I mean, everyone already know that one. See his treble winning
Mine's like
campaign.
Chelsea or 4 or 5 team being the most dominant. And what was your one?
What was your one?
Tottenham should have won the 2016 Premier League.
See,
See, now
that's
when I
the
look
one
back,
that-
sounds
that's
dodgy.
the one.
Dodgy, very dodgy.
That's like he had no backing on his one.
Yeah, I don't.
You didn't really have a point other
Exactly.
than they were the better team, which again I don't.
And on
agree
paper, I
with.
don't think they were the better team than Leicester.
I think he likes the Leicester team as well. I think
Yeah.
you have an appreciation.
Would
for it,
Abdul
so
back Tottenham?
Yeah, would he back Tottenham? When he says should have, maybe, but I mean, What do you
But
think?
that means he's saying like it was like a failure or something.
Yeah,
It's a
which it
failure.
was,
They finished third.
Yeah, but then
that was their
I
first
think
time
that was
in
their
the
best
titles,
team.
with the
as well.
So was Leicester's.
No, but considering what
So
Tottenham
was
is doing next
Arsenal.
No,
season
but
as
he's saying
well.
like he's saying should have.
Oh
They
yeah,
should have.
true.
I think that's the best chance they'll ever have.
But
That wasn't part of the
last
statement.
year,
What
the
do you
year
mean last year?
after,
16,
16,
17 was a better team.
17.
That was a way better team.
that was a way better team and
Yeah,
they finished
but-
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying they should have won in 2016. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, should.
They should have
okay,
won in
okay.
2016.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
think they
saying.
should have
That
won in
team.
2016. How big-
Wait, you're saying they had a better chance in 2016 than 16, 17?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe because competition-wise.
Competition-wise, yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Competition-wise, they were the best team.
But they were the competition and they fell off dramatically.
That's what I'm saying. Because of Tottenham
I mean,
themselves.
Arsenal were in contention for a long time. It's not like
Yeah.
they were the only ones Leicester were competing
But
with.
I think that Tottenham team was better than the Arsenal team that year. Player for player.
Guys,
Player
we
for
have to
player.
vote, we have to
If you
vote.
made
Okay,
a
we'll
combined
vote.
11,
We have to
innit,
vote,
there'll
we
be
have
more
to vote.
Tottenham players than the Arsenal players.
Maybe.
have to
Combined
vote, we have
11.
to vote, we have
Okay,
to
we'll
vote.
vote. We'll vote. All right.
Who's voting first?
Abdul goes first because he's
What was you saying once again? Oh, Dean's 24, Miracle, and...
C.
So I've got to pick the liar.
Yes, that's all. You pick yourself?
Can I pick one? I'll
No,
go.
what's he doing?
I'll go with Dean's statement.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Abdul.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna go with Abdul. Just an argument. There's no
Yeah,
fight.
there
No
was-
bite. No
wasn't
bite.
strong.
I'm gonna go for Abdul.
Okay.
Can the imposter put your hand up?
Yeah!
No way. Ah,
Yes,
Why,
vamos!
when did you ever believe that?
I've always believed that.
Oh my days.
Vamos! My one was Liverpool winning the Premier League in 2020 was more special than City winning 4 in a row. And I used
Okay.
2020 in my argument a little bit.
Yeah, fair.
Yes!
So you don't think that 15-16 is better than...
No.
Really?
'Cause 4 in a row
Louis,
is
I
too
remember
hard.
Abbott saying something about 15-16, saying that it's not big, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
What? You think it's not as big?
No, I think Liverpool's one is big. It's
Bigger?
It's bigger, yeah.
Then 15-16
Yeah,
Leicester?
Yeah.
Why? There
Most
is no
dominant
way.
Premier League we'll ever see.
No, but 15-16
They,
Leicester.
they
were
won the
28
Premier
games
League with
undefeated,
7
yeah.
games to spare, which is a Premier League record. You were saying about Chelsea, that's not true. That was Liverpool. In the first 27 games, they won
28.
26.
Oh, yeah.
They won 26 out of the first 27. They had a point gap with the second place, which I think was 28 or 26, which is the highest margin the Premier League's ever seen.
That's
They
true.
won the league. Second points was 18 points behind them. The highest in Premier League history was 19. I can't remember. It was the Man United one, I think.
This is the most special.
I think so. But yes.
Fair
So
enough.
what's the points? Did I got some points?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
two.
2.
How much did you get?
2.
Oh.
Okay.
Put your hands up if you got a donut.
Hey.
Put your hands up if you got a
Put your hands up
donut.
if you got a donut.
Okay.
Donut.
Alright. So moving on, the scores after the first 2 statements: 2 for Abid, 2 for Abdul for guessing Abid, and 0-0 for me and Dean. Now we move on to the statement 3, which is about something big happening next year, 2026 World Cup. So it's about
Wait,
general,
what? It's about.
just about World Cup in general,
Okay, why
not about
didn't you say-
2026.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know,
just,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
Okay,
He-
alright,
he's-
okay, okay.
because mine's about next year's World Cup. And shall I start first?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's a bit of a niche one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Germany 2014 team is the best ever World Cup winning team, specifically since 2006. But I also want to change it up to be different. Is that I think that this team would win next year's World Cup.
That's a lot in
Wait,
one
wait, repeat
statement.
again?
No,
So-
but you gotta pick one, I think.
No, it is one. So I'm saying that the Germany 2014 team, the World Cup winning team,
It's the greatest
No.
team.
the point of main statement is that they would win
Oh,
next
so-
year's World Cup.
So that's the main.
Oh,
point.
that
group of
Okay,
players
okay,
would win
okay,
it.
Yes,
okay.
that group of team, the team, the of course them at now not flipping 40-year-old Ozil
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
okay, I got you. Alright.
Okay,
Explain it.
alright.
Explain it.
Explain that.
Oh, I mean, we're not gonna have to.
No,
repeat
you got
the
1
first
minute.
one.
You got 1 minute to explain.
Oh, you want to explain that now? Well, I mean, it's literally that team. I mean, in my opinion, I think since 2006, from I'd say when most of us have started watching the World Cup and the international football in general, that 2014 is the best ever winning team.
Why is it the best ever winning team?
The group of players, the run they won on,
So what was their run?
they played France. They knocked out France. Of course, knocked out
In-
Brazil.
Who
what
did they
round?
play before that?
In the group they played Chile. Who else did they play? Chile. No, they didn't play Chile. No, they played Chile in the group. I can't remember who else was in their group.
Isn't it?
He's way off.
No, it was. They did play Chile. They played Chile,
Who
guaranteed.
did they play in the round of 16?
They played. The run was France, Brazil, and oh crap, I can't remember.
I can't.
But my serious point was on their group of players, because my point is that they're the best team, I think, group of players wise, and I think they would
You got the
guarantee.
wrong-
Wait,
completely
but
wrong.
who did they win it? Who did they beat in the round of 16?
They guarantee play France, no? Or they play for that?
No, they didn't.
No.
No, they didn't.
They played.
And you know what? Do you have this opinion? You have to know, because the round of
Yeah.
16 opponent is a. I'm not gonna say. Go
It's a very memorable game for a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
is.
is.
They played Brazil, they played France in that run.
They did.
They-
Later on, they did. But
Who did they
before,
play in the round of 16?
I can't remember. I had it before, okay? But my point is that group players will win the next year's World Cup. Simple point.
Why is it better than maybe today's Portugal, today's Spain, today's
Argentina.
today's
No,
France?
look, my point is that I think the Argentina team was the biggest underdog to win it. I
Wait,
think.
wasn't it?
Hey, don't say.
Wasn't it who I
Don't
think it was?
say. Don't say. Don't say.
And,
You know
but
what I
my
mean? A
point,
bit
Don't say.
my point is that team will win the next year's World Cup.
Why?
They would win it because
Why?
their group players are better than every other group players right now.
That is not true.
That is what national team right now is better than 2014.
We
World Cup
earlier
team.
had a game.
Portugal.
Uh,
France.
oh wait.
No,
oh, yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
that France team is
France.
better than this 2014 team. No way.
England.
This England team is no.
Are they under the management of Joachim Low as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that you can't name the round of 16.
Well, my point was that 2014 team.
Let
will
me take a
win.
guess.
That's like, you know, if you asked me about Bob Paisley, you said who's his best
Yeah,
player.
you named all the
If
facts.
if
yeah.
I couldn't name,
Yeah, but my
if I couldn't
point
name
is-
the main ones, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
No, but
That's
my
a red
point is-
flag.
No, but my point is that 2014 team is better than any team right now.
No, but you,
Yes, it is
but
team
you
right
said
now.
the run as well. You said the run. It was a two-part.
Well,
your
it
one.
was kind of two-part, but my point is that I changed it originally because I wanted to make it slightly more related to next year as well. Is that team group of players with Özil, with Cruz, with Khedira, with everyone is better than any team right now and would win the next year's World
It
Cup.
was a great team, of course.
No,
Yes,
no, okay,
It's just-
okay, but I agree with that part. Maybe sure. But you can't. Okay, what was your first part of the statement? Sorry.
My main statement was that.
No, he
Yeah.
said something before.
Yeah, but
he
he
said.
changed it.
He
It's
said.
not point.
He
That's the
said.
original. I'm just changed it to link it.
What?
He's a bit sus.
No,
No,
the first thing he said was 2014 was the greatest run in the World
Since
Cup or something.
2006, the best team
Yeah.
since
But
2006.
how could you not
Imagine-
name the round of 16 in that
It's
run?
not that run, but team.
Should we give
Okay.
you a clue?
You said
What?
run.
They were fasting in that game.
I can't remember who it was.
Oh.
Wait, can I?
Neuer had an iconic
Incredible,
performance.
incredible.
Is
I
it what I
can't
think
remember.
it is?
Yeah,
Probably
As
not.
in,
yeah. Let's say because he doesn't know it.
go
Go on,
on.
you can say it.
Algeria.
Yes.
I couldn't remember it.
Oh,
I
that's
can't even remember
My point, no,
dog.
but my point was, my specific point was the Brazil game as well. That dominance in
Okay,
that game.
fair,
I
alright.
think that was one of the greatest ever games, first of all, for an
Okay.
international team. And look, I didn't even consider it. My point was that they knocked out France, they knocked out Brazil, and they had a very...
And Algeria didn't
good.
exist.
No, but that's not my point. My point was the Brazil, France, and Argentina final. And my point is not even about
Okay,
that
that's
specifically.
true. I can agree with that.
And my point specifically is
I
about
agree
that
with
group of players. What team is better than that group of players now?
I agree with that bit.
But that's my point.
But the first thing you said when you read out your statement was they were the greatest run since 2006. How can you not name the round of 16?
Okay.
No, but that's not even part of my statement. That's
Okay, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
then.
Go on,
Yeah,
you can move on,
that's
go
a
on.
big sus.
Go on, you can suss me
Okay.
out.
My statement is all things considered, everything considered, stature, everything. Cristiano Ronaldo is the worst World Cup player ever.
What?
So
all things considered, ever.
all things considered, and that is because how many appearances do you have in the World Cup?
I don't even know, to be honest.
5. Yeah. So 2006,
As in the
Tournaments.
tournaments.
2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022. How many knockout games did he appear in those 5 tournaments?
I mean, it's probably every single one that they played. So,
8 appearances.
Yeah.
0
8
goals.
appearances across 5 World Cups. How many goals did he score?
0.
How many assists did he get?
0.
0-0. How many memorable moments in the World Cup can you manage, except for the Spain-Portugal game, 3-3, which was incredible, don't get me wrong, but it was a group stage game. How many...
The worst ever.
How many more?
crazy.
But
Worst ever.
but I'm saying everything considered. This is what this. You could say I'm a hater. This is just my opinion. It's not. If it was Messi that had this, I would say he's the worst. Everything considered. That could be like name me just a mid player. Name me anyone. And just name me anyone.
Werner.
Werner. Okay, mate. Timo Werner. He's a rubbish player. He's had rubbish World Cups. but there's not great expectation in him. He's not supposed to be a top 5, top 3 player in the world. He's not supposed to be history. Cristiano Ronaldo, to many people in football, is seen as the greatest footballer of all time. He's seen as the greatest goal scorer of all time. He's seen as, better than Messi, Pele, Maradona. What do all three of those have that he doesn't? He doesn't
Like
have a World Cup.
yeah.
They all have moments. They all have campaigns which are special. Maradona 86, Pele, being the teenager to win it. He's won it, numerous times on the bounce. Messi 2022, which is the greatest individual World Cup performance ever. Ronaldo doesn't have the moments. He doesn't have the goals. He doesn't have the pedigree to show for it. They got in 2006 they got to the semis.
Yeah.
He was 21. He wasn't a big time player. In 2010, they
You
got
can
to...
say in that Portugal team he was though.
Yeah, no, okay, sure, yeah, okay, I agree with you there. 2010, knocked out round of 16. 2014, got grouped. 2018, knocked out round of 16. 2022, knocked out of round of 16.
Quarterfinal.
2022, oh, sorry, yeah, quarterfinal, sorry. But again, it was, against a Morocco team. He had a big chance in it. A chance that if you could fall to any player in world history, in that tournament, people would have said Ronaldo. So that's what I believe. All things considered. Because again, you could just be like, well, worst player ever. Yeah, you could be Timo Werner. It could be.
No, I mean
Son.
like you mean expectations. and
Expectations,
stuff.
like,
Yeah, I
expectation-wise,
get it. Okay.
That's
But the
my.
statement's a bit crazy. What
It
is the
is.
exact statement?
I'm not. It's not
All
really.
things considered, Cristiano Ronaldo is the worst World Cup player in
No, it
World
makes
Cup
sense
history.
because the expectation of Ronaldo, what you expect him
But
to
then
do, and how he's
we
not.
gotta
done
look
that.
at Portugal's like they've never
That's-
they
Oh, that's
never
rubbish.
they didn't qualify for
that's
most
rubbish.
World Cups before that.
Oh, that's rubbish.
How is it rubbish?
That's a pile of rubbish.
Oh.
I think before that
Okay,
they
okay,
only
move on
qualified
to,
for
let's
3
move
World
on to the
Cups.
next one. Dean.
Okay, oh yeah, Croatia and Morocco ruined 2022 World Cup. They ruined nearly a perfect World Cup.
No.
What?
Wait,
Sorry, let me explain.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Croatia and Morocco ruined what nearly was a perfect World Cup run. Like in terms
Explain.
of all things considered, like the
Oh, they're making it to the
entertainment-
semi-finals.
Yeah, they
Okay.
ruined it.
Explain.
Explain.
Okay, it mainly stems from their run in the semi-final. I think semi-finals in the World Cups are usually quite, if anything, they're just as good as the final because it's that excitement of getting to the final, or whatever. Both games were easy wins for the opponent teams, and then look at who they could have. France, Argentina could have played instead. They could have either. So there's many different combinations here. France could have played Portugal. France could have played. Argentina could have played Brazil. That would have been the perfect 2 games to have in that tournament at the time. Think about the final combinations we could have had. Portugal, Brazil. We could have had France. We had France, Argentina, but you could have had Portugal versus Argentina. But those 2 teams went to the semi-final, and it was incredible runs. But let's be honest, when we get to the semi-final stage, we want all-timer kind of games. We want very entertaining games. World Cups are known for having very exciting semi-finals. Those semi-finals are not it.
You're not the type of guy to say that, though.
Yeah, I don't think
You're
so.
not the type of guy to say if Morocco got knocked out, it
Yeah,
would
you're
have
the
been
type of
better.
guy to cancel out the underdog story.
You're not
I
the
think
type of
that's
guy
what
to
made
say
it
that.
special, though. In a Muslim country, Morocco, the underdogs.
Those runs for themselves were great. I'm talking about the for a neutral maybe. Like the World Cup itself, the specialty of seeing the best of the best versus each other. That was the best 4 teams we could have had. And then the final could have been, I know we still got a great final, but look at all the different combinations you could have had. France versus Brazil, Portugal versus
But the
Argentina.
underdog
You're
story was
trying.
it.
You're
Nah,
trying.
man. There's no way you would have
You're
said that.
personally not the type of guy to say.
Yeah, he would not say that.
You're not someone that would discredit Morocco being in the semi-final.
Exactly.
You wouldn't.
I'm
And
not trying to discredit their run.
But
I'm
you are, though.
discrediting their
You
performance
are.
in the semi-final.
That's
And because of
literally
how
what you are.
one-sided and easy it was for those teams to win those games,
But I think that
I felt like we were
But I
let
think
down.
that Morocco making it there was
Yeah.
the point of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
And you didn't say performances at the start.
Exactly.
You said the 2 teams. So you're changing it now
Well,
to
I meant that.
performances.
That's what I meant.
Nah, that's
Honestly,
so
I meant
unbelievable.
performances.
I don't think I believe
You
that.
personally wouldn't say that.
Nah, you wouldn't say that.
I think it's been changed. I think maybe Croatia,
Yeah.
maybe potentially. I don't think you would say
yeah, no,
Morocco.
there's no way you would
I
say
don't.
Morocco.
Oh, I mean, I can even add further. Croatia beat Japan, was a very favourable team that I think a lot of people loved, like similar to with Morocco. Got knocked out on pens by Croatia. Probably, I think Japan were the better team over that 120 minutes. Got knocked out, unlucky. Brazil,
But
a
Croatia's still an
very
underdog, though.
entertaining team. Yeah, but they got there in 2018. We've done that narrative already.
No, but they made it again. That's the whole point of the narrative.
And they beat Brazil. Which,
Exactly.
And Brazil in that game were very overrated.
It
They
was
won that
still
game on penalties, right?
Yeah.
Another penalty shootout. It's
Well,
like-
that's what made it special. They made it both times a penalty shootouts.
Mm.
and then they
against
came
the-
to Argentina and got whitewashed.
Yeah, well, everyone can
It
get
made
away
the
with watching them.
semi-finals boring.
Nah.
And that semi-final was a good semi-final.
It wasn't
Argentina
that
versus
bad.
Croatia.
For people that wanted the Messi to go
No,
through,
but
I'm talking about
no,
neutral
also
entertainment.
but the build-up and the excitement of the Morocco semi-final as well was massive.
And then 2 minutes in, Hakimi scores.
Hakimi
He goes to
Sorry,
penalties.
sorry,
He goes to...
Whoa,
Hey!
whoa,
Hey!
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hakimi!
Teo Hernandez scored. My bad.
Nah, man.
Alright.
Alright, go on.
My statement was Germany's 2014 World Cup win was better than France's 2018.
Why?
Which one, sorry? So, could you say
Germany's
again?
2014 World Cup win was better.
Why do you guys love Germany 2014?
I don't know
I
about
mentioned
that.
Why do you
Explain,
know?
explain.
I believe that run that Germany had to get to the
Who did they
final
play in the
where-
round 16?
round of 16.
I missed one game is the problem.
Who did they play?
It's a tough one.
I'll
now.
give you a clue. They were fasting.
I think it was England.
It's
Yeah.
the England of Africa.
But I think, you know, beating Algeria, France, Brazil.
What was the score in the France game?
France,
aggregate?
but I know they won.
What was the aggregate against Algeria? What was the score against Algeria?
Who scored against France? France, yeah, who scored against France?
I don't know the result.
Mm,
But all I know,
was 1-0 win.
It was 1-0, yeah.
You didn't know that?
but I'm saying their run
But
to
you
go
didn't
win
know
it.
that.
Okay,
The
very
score,
easy
no, the
question.
team.
Name the goal scorers
But I
in the
don't-
Brazil game.
Closer, Cruz, Muller, Khedira. I don't think Ozil scored in that game
No, he didn't.
because someone scored 2.
Yeah, they did.
I think it was Khedira who scored 2.
He's got it wrong.
Someone scored 2.
So look, alarm bells are ringing. Because if you're saying it's better, you have to know. You have to know.
As a run to win it is better than France's.
Okay, why is it better
He
than
meant
France?
teams
Why is-
wise.
The teams wise, to win it is better.
France plays some good teams.
they
Belgium.
play? Belgium.
They played Argentina as well.
Argentina,
Argentina.
Well,
and then Croatia. Whereas France,
A lot of people
Brazil,
thought
and
Croatia
Knocked
was
out
gonna-
Messi, knocked out Modric, who won
so,
the
so
Ballon
did
d'Or.
Germany beat them in the final.
Yes, they
They
did.
battered Brazil in their home.
Yes, they did.
At their
And
home.
very weak Brazil.
But
They
one
were
of
the
the
hosts,
favourites
hosts.
and the
Yeah,
hosts.
Very
Oh,
weak
oh,
Brazil.
And the way that they beat him,
And it's iconic win,
it was
come on.
destruction.
No,
and
wait,
and
that
one
team
one
is
thing,
great.
guys. One thing, guys. Does this guy not glaze 2018 France?
Does he?
He used to
That
love
is true.
France.
Paul
He
Pogba, Paul Pogba.
he supported France in the World Cup in
Yeah,
2018.
but he also-
I
He
remember.
loves Germany as well.
He
Nah,
loved
wrong
France.
version of Germany, women's team.
He
Dean,
loves
what do you
Germany.
say? Does he watch international tournaments?
Not really.
He watched the World Cup 2018,
He
and he
did.
supported France. He supported France over England, and he loved that team. I remember. I
But
remember.
it is not a better team. Player for player, not a better team.
Okay, player for player is even more of a debate.
Yeah, that is more of a debate.
Saucy
Oh,
Saucy sauce there. I mean, do you put the vote down? Or do
Yeah,
you
I
just let
think-
it
yeah.
oh, I'm sus on a lot of people.
As a starter player, I would prefer Germany's over.
I'm
France
sussing on
still.
everyone. I can't lie.
Wait,
But
what was-
Abdul loved it. He literally had him on
He
his
loved
profile. It was his
France.
profile pic, the Pogba one, who's holding the World Cup.
I know.
I've never seen him.
I know.
Mario Götze holding the World
Yep,
Cup.
yep. I don't think I've heard
Nah,
him
he's
talk
not
about
even
German
spoken.
football.
Nah, no way.
The Bruce, by the way.
That being said, you didn't remember who Algeria
No, I
were.
know. But then my point was about them winning the next World Cup. Mine is way more believable than his one.
But
He
your
loves
first one
Germany
was the first
2014.
run.
He literally has a closer kit.
I was gonna bring the close shit, but I want to
Yeah.
wear the treble one. That's
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Does he have a Germany shirt?
No.
Nah, he has a France one. You got the women's one on.
He loved that World Cup. I will
Nah.
never forget how much he loved it.
I really loved it because Pogba won
And
it.
you watched
Yeah.
every France game.
I didn't. That's cap. That's
Liar.
cap again.
Liar.
No, yo, we have to
Looking
put a
down
vote
the
down.
Liar.
Cameroons, right?
Time.
Liar.
I have
Okay,
only
okay,
watched in
okay.
that 2018 one. I watched 2 games.
How much did you watch in the Germany 2014?
All of them.
Oh,
group.
did you?
Past the group, yeah.
Oh, really?
I remember the headbutt.
But you can't
I remember
remember.
the headbutt between
But you couldn't remember that Hummel scored in that 1-0 game.
This one was
Yo,
every
look,
year.
let's put a vote
You
down.
couldn't
Yo,
remember the
time,
7-1 Germany.
Time. Wait, should I go first?
I don't wanna go first, I
I'll
don't
go
wanna go
first. I'll go first. Abdul.
Can I be next? Not
Yeah.
now. Not now. Can I be after?
Okay, Abdul go.
Oh, is it me voting?
Oh, wait.
Again.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going Abid.
Wait. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play the game strategically. Then I'm gonna vote Yusuf.
Is that one
That
vote for
doesn't do
each?
anything.
Yeah, because if I get you right, then I get 2 points.
One
No.
One
point.
point.
Wait, what?
No.
So repeat your voting. I'm
Wait, it's
confused.
1-1-1-1. So the imposter
No.
doesn't
He
win,
got,
no?
who did you vote?
No, it's just whoever. If you vote for an imposter, you get the points.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm confused. So,
It's 1-1.
I vote
Basically,
Abdul.
yeah, it went like this.
Yeah.
It just
I
went
voted
like that.
Abdul, you voted Dean.
It's
Yeah.
1-1.
I mean, it's not like Yusuf.
I'll vote everyone, but I vote everyone the same, but I'll just pick Dean. I'll pick
Dean?
So, okay.
Can the imposter please raise their hand?
Dean, raise your hand, bro.
It was Abdul, wasn't it? Oh my god, see? You lot didn't let me run with Algeria. Oh my god, I'm such an
We
idiot.
didn't stop you.
I'm such an idiot. I literally caught that on. I didn't vote for him.
No, but it wasn't about that though. But yeah, my original statement was 2014 Germany was the best World Cup winning team. But Nias changed my thing. Producer Nias, I need to have a word with you. He changed it to 2014 team will win the next World Cup.
That's
What
why
does that
I was
even mean?
thinking.
That
I was
doesn't
thinking
even
it was a
change it, yeah.
two-part.
No,
That
he
group
will
plays
play
will
the
win.
sixth World Cup.
That group of players will win it.
Oh, I'm such
What
an
the hell
idiot.
does that
Oh,
mean?
I'm actually such
Well, I
an
don't know how I
idiot.
lived. I can't
Oh,
lie.
I'm
He
such
called
an
me on.
idiot.
He called me on.
Oh, I'm such an idiot, man.
I literally forgot Algeria. I literally remembered. I was mentioning, Swiftly going to mention about Brazil, France, and Argentina that run.
Such an
And
idiot.
then and play for player. But then afterwards, he changed it. I was like, what the
I'm
hell am I supposed to say
such
about
an
this?
idiot. I'm such an idiot.
What? That's
I
2
literally
points.
call you. I'm
That's
such
2
an
points. Hey,
idiot.
put your hands up if you're not a donut.
But
Handshake.
free handshake.
Yeah,
Free handshake, free
Oh,
handshake.
great. Why am I
We're not a donut.
Oh, the idiot, man.
So, after statement 3, I swindled 2 points. Dean's on 0. Abid's on 2. And you're on 2. No one voted for that round, do they?
No.
Alright, cool. So, yeah.
Last.
I
So
literally
it's
voted
2,
for
2,
you and I
0.
changed
So
it. I'm
last
such
one.
an idiot.
Either Dean could come back as an imposter, or
Someone's
someone
going to
wins.
win.
Someone wins. So we'll let Abid start because he hasn't started on the youngster
Okay.
one. We'll let you
Okay.
say your first statement.
Okay,
You
my
just seen it.
statement.
Do you not remember it?
No, I'm looking at it again. I can look at it again if I want. I'll look at it again. Neymar, 2014 World Cup campaign as a youngster is better than Mbappe's 18 and 22 campaigns. 22. Neymar was 23 in 2014, which I class as youngster.
Yeah.
Mbappe was 23 in 22. So they're the same age.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on. You can explain it. We'll speed on your explanation.
Okay, let me just have a look. Really, just okay. So, host nation, of course. Neymar's 23. He's young. He just completed a move to Barcelona. This was Neymar since he was at Santos. Yeah, remember he finished in the top 10 Ballon d'Or list. You're talking about pressure. This was arguably the greatest host nation pressure a player has had. I think this was greater than Mbappe in 2018, and I explain why. So, okay, just the backstory. Neymar was touted as Brazil's next thing. They weren't looking at 2014 Neymar as, oh, you're our best player. They were looking at him to win it.
Yeah.
They were looking at him to win it from match day 1, and that's what he did. From match day 1 up until, of course, when he got injured, sadly, he was by far one of the best players. I think Messi was the best player, but I think second was Neymar. Not just because of the goals. He got 4 goals and 2 assists in that run, which was really good return. He got numerous iconic performances. He was Brazil's best player. He was their gem. He was the crown jewel. They had no one else. Oscar was subpar. You had Fred, Hulk. None of them were doing it. Willian. None of them were doing it. In the back, you had Thiago Silva, Marcelo. Who had good performances. Julio Cesar in goal, really. But Neymar was that guy.
Yeah.
And you could see once he got injured, you could say Thiago Silva hampered them against Germany 7-1. I agree, massively. But you could tell as soon as they walked out and they were on that pitch, when they saw, when they were lining up to face Germany, they were defeated already. And that was because of the loss of Neymar Jr. Now let's move on. Why is better than Mbappe in 18 and 22? Mbappe's World Cup 18 campaign, which was fantastic. He scored a goal in the final, becoming the second youngster to do so after Pele. After Pele. But his campaign started after the knockout stages. His
round 16, you mean?
yeah,
His impact went as fell until afterwards.
Yes. That Argentina solo goal, overrated.
Solo goal
Overrated. You know the one where he ran past all of them and scored?
Yeah.
wasn't a goal.
Overrated. Huh?
What?
The one where he
He wins a
ran.
penalty from
You want a
that
penalty
solo.
for
Right?
that?
Yeah, but I'm saying that was overrated. You know that was playing all over, and it was like, oh my god, Mbappe destroying Messi, Mbappe destroying Argentina. It was overrated. It was very terrible defending from an Argentina team that were horrible, to be fair.
You could say you never see a run like that in football.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but obviously I just think of quality. That being said, again, 2022, he was good in most of the games. He was. That final final performance, in my opinion, overrated. Let me land. He scored a final in a World Cup. He scored a hat trick in a World Cup final, which no other player other than Jeff Hurst can say, which is an incredible feat. He scored 3 goals and he clawed back that game by himself, but he was non-existent for 80 minutes. Now let me compare. This is my second point why Neymar was better. Neymar was the main man in both of those tournaments. Mbappe was not the better player. In 2022, Griezmann was by far the best France player.
Yeah, 100%.
Chouameni was phenomenal. Yeah.
Then you can say Griezmann came off. If anything, Mbappe's performance was without Griezmann. In the final, Griezmann got hooked after like 40 minutes.
He did, but no France. You could have hooked off Mbappe. That of course that would have changed the game. But I'm talking about in that whole 80 minutes, you could have subbed off Mbappe. Subbing off Griezmann is as crazy as subbing off Mbappe, because that Griezmann run, if Messi wasn't there, Griezmann would have won the Golden Ball, a World Cup Golden Ball. Now back to 18. Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante, Giroud, you could argue, and Griezmann, you could argue.
First teenager to score in a World Cup final since Pele.
No, I agree, but I'm talking about the whole tournament. I'm not talking about one game.
Yeah, fair.
Griezmann, Giroud, Kante, Pogba, Varane, Lloris, or not Lloris, but you could all argue,
Yeah.
they had more importance than Mbappe.
Okay.
Where I think Neymar was the star.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I'm not saying they would have won the World Cup, but I think they would have
we
beaten
can argue with that
Germany.
afterwards. We'll let D explain your one then.
Okay. Lamine Yamal is by far the best youngster we've ever seen.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, go on, you can explain it.
I mean, we're already seeing it right now, literally, as we speak. I mean, what he's doing at this age is unprecedented. Like, it literally is. In terms of big game performances, overall games, like how much he affects the overall game. At 17, that's not normal. You can talk about goals and assists. Other youngsters will have incredible goal tallies at this kind of age. But to have the way Barca used him, Spain used him, to be that central figure at 17, 16, even when he was making his first few games at the age of 15, even then he was seen as a central figure. He was creating chances for them. The amount of assists he has, it's not normal stats. This is not a normal player. And he's still a big game player, of course, the Nations League. But that's his first bad game that I think anyone's all collectively seen.
Yeah,
That's the first time we can say we expected Jamal to do something and he didn't do it. And this is a kid, like, he's not even an adult yet. And
Say
he's
that to his partner.
Okay.
It's, to do all of that is ridiculous. It literally is unprecedented. So how can he not be the greatest youngster in history?
I think, yeah.
And he probably will. Let's see what happens at the World Cup.
Is young Yamal better than young Neymar?
Performance-wise.
Because performance-wise, what he's doing in Europe, you have to say he's been more successful, yeah. In terms of the raw talent. Also, Neymar, let's not forget, I think Neymar was 20 or 21 when he came to Barcelona. He wasn't like 18, 17 years of age.
Yeah, but he got a Ballon d'Or shout in Santos when he was 19, 18, 19.
Lamine Yamal's getting one
is
now.
guaranteed going to be like top 3.
Of course, but it's different league, different team, much better team,
Yeah, true,
much
that's
better
true.
league.
Yeah.
No, that's
Is
true.
young Lamine Yamal better than young Mbappe?
Yeah, I think that's also a debate that we're seeing that is I would agree with, yeah.
Okay, is young Lamine better than young Ronaldo?
Yeah, easily.
Is young Lamine better than young Messi?
Again, in terms of the overall player, the abilities maybe not, but the success and the greatest isn't just about being overall best. It's about what you've achieved.
Okay.
Lamine Yamal has all of that.
And my main point on this point is that Lamine Yamal will still be a youngster for another 3 years. Like you said, he's going to be... Neymar was 20 when he went to Barcelona. Lamine Yamal will be 3 more years till 20. And if you see the performances, the seasons he's having already, and if you count this season as his like proper breakout season, where he's been like mainstay in Barcelona, played basically nearly every single game in the Euros.
Figure, yeah.
I mean, we can't say something about that.
Last year, what was his breakout? Was his breakout year amazing?
It was...
Before the Euros, was it amazing?
Average.
No.
I'd say average.
It was,
I don't think it was bad.
The thing is, it was average, but at the same time, it was like 16. It was the standards, I think, were much lower.
Yeah.
So you're comparing him Euros onwards from now, because his league campaign or his breakout year before the Euros wasn't great. So you're comparing that to all the other youngsters. I'm just trying to think what you're saying.
I think... If
Wait,
we're
what's the
looking
statement? Will be or
at- No,
is?
he is just the greatest.
Ooh, now that's a different story.
Okay, Abdul, you want to go your one?
Go on.
All right. Lamine Yamal will be the better La Masia graduate than Messi.
Astaghfirullah.
Oh.
Wala hawla wala quwwata illa astaghfirullah. Oh my god.
Yo, do you need to explain my one?
What is
What-
Prize in the bag for Abdul. Yeah, is it void out? Go on, explain it. Go on. Well, you can put it down.
I believe what Lamine Yamal is doing at this current moment of time and what he can go on to do
Will be better than Messi.
will
That's
overshadow
literally
what
what you're
Messi will
saying.
do. Yeah.
Overshadow Messi was doing.
You think it'd be better?
In
than-
terms
But
of-
that's literally what his statement is.
In terms of club achievements, goals and assists, big impact in games, it will
Messi's
be
on like
better.
900 goals.
So your
Yeah,
one is
it
a, your
will be
one is a
better.
Lamine one.
No, it's
Do
like youngster.
no, but I'm saying your one is a Lamine.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what he said?
No. No.
Do you agree with what he said?
No.
No.
Do I? Hell no.
Should I explain my one now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
go on.
please.
All right, mine's about a very recent transfer. Someone's getting very hyped up. Frank Mastantuono will be a flop at Real Madrid. That is my.
It's just so
Take.
random.
No, you wouldn't
No.
say that.
I would say that.
Explain.
You
Explain.
love Argentine.
That's the point. I do. I love Julian Alvarez. I love Carlos Herrera. I love Maxime Perone. All these players that come to see and done an amazing job. Endrick, when he's gone to Real Madrid, what has he done?
Nothing.
Nothing. How hyped was he? He was getting Pele pictures in black and white
Yeah.
before he signed for Real Madrid.
He was,
Pele,
he was.
Real Madrid fans were putting pictures of him holding the World Cup and him on Jairzinho's shoulder at World Cups. Endrick, this guy who's done worse than Alvarez what he was doing in
Yeah,
Argentina, worse than what Echeverri was doing at Argentina, worse than what Frank Masterone was doing
But
in
what's wrong with
Argentina.
what's wrong with Master?
That's not my problem. Is not with Masterone. I don't
the way
think.
Real Madrid use him.
I think Real Madrid will do nothing. Real Madrid has given so.
But he's gonna play on the right. The right is. a
He
big
won't
problem.
play.
Why would he not?
You think that he will start?
Rodrigo's very likely to be sold. He was the only.
You think he
real...
will replace Rodrigo?
I mean, he might.
No, he won't.
Who are Real Madrid linked to right now, at right wing?
Will Endrick play next season?
Probably not. I don't think
Exactly.
Well,
Endrick is
no, I
one
mean-
season gone. No, Endrick is one season gone. Let me explain this. Endrick is what?
Isn't
One
Endrick
season.
Younger?
Yes.
But that's not my point. They're not going to use it. Real Madrid will not use him. I don't think they will. How we use Alvarez, when I literally made a TikTok compilation of Alvarez before he joined for City,
I remember
because
that.
I knew he was going to play. And in that season, treble season, how many goals did he score in
Yeah,
big
sure.
games? Against Liverpool, he scored when Holland was out. Against
Yeah, but
Newcastle,
you
he
can
scored.
say with
Where's your
Endrick.
Echeverri comp then?
Oh, yeah.
Echeverri come.
Where's that?
I have to edit for Big Press, you know. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Mm.
Echeverri, you know, is nearly there. He's getting there.
Okay, but the thing is with what you said about Endrick.
My point is that no, my problem is no, my problem is not with Masterone. My problem is Real Madrid. Do I think Real
Yeah,
Madrid will be
and-
able to develop
my point
Masterone
is that.
at the same level of Alvarez? Because
Wait, hang
Masterone
on.
is gonna. I've seen Masterone being put in Alvarez like what do you call it when he was at a thing River Plate, or same with Echeverri when he was at River Plate. Alvarez was massive for River Plate, one of their like, best assets let go. And when he came to Real Madrid, came to City, and he's gone to Atletico Madrid, you've seen he's had a very good season in my opinion for Atletico Madrid. Echeverri, I think he'll be massive next season. Won Argentina under 20s World Cup. Masterone will flop at Real Madrid. I don't believe that.
Okay, well, flop means
But
he
the
will never be
thing is,
successful.
the
is
thing
what
is,
you're
the
saying.
I think that
isn't it?
I don't think. Okay, when I mean flop, I'd say that
His
the
first
amount of
season will
hype.
be great.
He's got a lot of hype as well. Masterone's got a lot of hype,
Okay.
similar to Endrick. He will not live that hype.
But
He
what's considered as a flop? As in just one play, that's a flop.
flop? As in
Just one play, is that a flop?
I do. Yeah, I think that if you don't play, of course you're clearly a flop. Like Endrick doesn't play and he goes out of Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
but
That's
this
a
is
flop.
the thing with Endrick, right? He's a profile that is at Real Madrid already.
I just don't. I don't think that Real Madrid.
Yeah,
but
And
Masterone.
wait.
has a different profile.
But Masterone won't play,
I
man.
thought- no, but Master on the right, who else is there?
I
That's what I
like
mean.
I
This
like
is
catching him out
Go on, catch me up.
because number one, we actually spoke about these on young Argentinians when we were in Milan the other day,
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
and he didn't say that Mastantuono would
I
flop.
wasn't with you.
Yes, you were.
What?
Yes,
what
you
were
were.
we talking about in my
We were
life?
talking about the young Argentinian
best
players,
young-
Echeverri,
Yeah.
and we talked about Mastantuono. You didn't say it was gonna
Did I
flop.
say it?
You
I-
didn't.
I- I
You didn't
literally
have.
know this
You
conversation,
didn't
I
have.
promise you.
He didn't have an opinion on
That's strong
Mastantuono.
No,
of an
but-
opinion, yeah.
So
No,
how does
No,
it go
but I've
from?
heard
no.
him say that he would flop.
Yeah, I said it
I've
probably
heard him
guaranteed.
say
I
that.
said it
Okay,
would flop.
but that's not fair though because
Why?
you're saying that he will flop when he's not even at Real Madrid.
No, but
all right,
that's the point. That's
yeah,
the
okay,
whole
cool.
point of the
So
statement.
let me use that same logic to go against you.
Go on.
Xabi Alonso has come in and said in a press conference that Gula and Endrick will be used more.
But will Masterone be used more?
But then
Eventually
I'm
so.
using your
No,
same
but
logic. I'm
but-
using
and
your same
also, but
logic.
do I believe that Endrick will come in and blitz up the
He's
league?
not right winger.
I'm saying will Endrick come in? I'm not saying a right wing. I'm saying will he come in and blitz the league? Will he come in and
Probably
do
not,
the
but
thinking?
he's,
But
Endrick
no,
and
that's
Aston
not
are
the
not the same
point.
players.
That's what I'm saying. Masterone, I don't think that he will thrive at Real Madrid. I don't
Why-
think Real Madrid is the type of club that he will thrive at. I don't think it's the same type of club that Endrick will thrive at.
Why do you have such a strong opinion on this guy? Why?
I don't think it's a crazy
I
opinion.
think
I'm
But
so.
why? I don't know who that guy is. So why do you?
No,
have such a
because
strong
I
opinion
have a
about
strong
him?
opinion because Real Madrid fans and Real Madrid in general hype up these players. So that amount of hype, like I was saying, for Endrick, a lot of hype for Masterano, who.
So
loads
why
of
do
teams
you
love
care?
him.
Why does that bother you so much?
Oh, because they were comparing him to Claudio Echeverri, comparing him to Alvarez.
No, but I feel like
comparing
Master
these players.
he could get in the team more
He
likely.
can
than
win.
He
anyone.
can. He
I
can.
don't
Because
think-
on the right end, who else is there?
There's no one.
Do you
Exactly.
think they will start Masterano
Yes,
next season?
Yes, he will
Yeah, I don't
start
think so.
games.
I don't
He
think
will
so.
start
Yes, he
games.
will. No way.
This,
No way.
This season could be his breakout
He
season,
would
which
start.
is fine.
He'll start more than Echeverri. Screw it.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
but
think he will.
this could be
but
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he
so.
will.
Yeah, but
But you
Echeverri
just
won't
said
be-
that.
no, no, no.
You just said he's not going to
But Echeverri's
start.
already been Echeverri's already been introduced
It's
into
not
this
going
team.
well.
Yeah, but
And
this
it's
But
like-
you've just
no,
said
no,
he's
but
not going
you-
to
no, no,
start.
But I don't
okay,
think
no, no,
Masterano
no.
will. He
He's-
won't
no,
start.
But you just said he'll start more than Echeverri.
No, his argument
Nah,
is,
I don't think so.
say over the
Oh,
next
that's
5
my
years,
mad.
innit, yeah?
No.
He says Masterano will be a flop.
I think
the
he will.
next
The
5
next
years.
5 years
But
or
if
3
he's
years,
playing
he'll be-
games, innit, constantly,
No,
which he will
man.
be doing, how can he
I
be a
don't
flop?
think-
And
I don't think
also,
he's a flop.
How can he be a
he's
flop?
just said Mastantuono won't play.
Yeah, exactly,
I've
yeah.
just said
Yeah, exactly,
Echeverri.
yeah.
I don't
He'll
think
start
he
more
will.
than Echeverri, and he just
Yeah,
said
no,
yes, he
Masterano
will.
will definitely get game
but
time.
that's
He
not
will
about
100%
that's
get
not about
game
starting.
time
No,
and
no,
play.
but it's not about starting. Developing the youngsters is not about starting games. Echeverri
you
won't
just
start.
said he's
Did
not
Alvarez
gonna
start games?
start.
Did Alvarez start games when he?
But
won
you
the
just
treble?
said he's gonna
Did
start.
Alvarez start when we won the
You're
treble?
going in a circle.
No, I didn't.
No,
Yeah,
but
I'm
Xabi
explaining to
Alonso
you.
is the type of manager to develop young
Yes.
talent. He is a young talent.
No, wait.
And if
No.
Rodrigo leaves, say he leaves, innit? Who's gonna play?
Let's not.
It's gonna be him.
Let's just
man.
please not ignore the fact
No,
that
but
he
that's
firstly said Mastantuono won't play.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
said he won't play, yeah.
Then I just said.
Over 5 years, by the way. Over
Yes,
5 years.
then
he
I
won't
just
play.
said-
Oh, flop doesn't mean.
Wait,
it's
let
not
me
about
land.
That's what you
5
mean,
years.
yeah.
Let me
over
land. Let me
5
land. Let me
years.
land. Let me land.
Go on,
Let's
land,
not
land,
ignore this.
land.
I just said he just said Mastantuono won't play.
Go on.
I just said he'll start more than Echeverri this season. That's what I said.
He agreed.
Screw it, and he agreed with
He
that.
agreed.
Yeah, and did you let me explain it? Echeverri won't start games. He'll come off the bench for so many games next season. He won't start. Masterano, whether he starts or not, will he
But
play
you
more
just
minutes
said
than
he won't
Echeverri? Will he play more
start.
minutes than Echeverri? What games will he start against Barcelona?
I didn't say minutes.
Will
I
Masterano
didn't say
play against
minutes.
Barcelona?
I didn't say minutes.
Will Masterano start against Barcelona?
I didn't say
I
minutes.
could see him starting at Barcelona.
I could.
I won't.
I could see him
I
as
won't.
well.
I don't. And look, when he doesn't, he doesn't. Look, you vote. You think
No,
that.
you might be right, but it's just to say that now and make that
No.
prediction.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy,
My point.
so.
I just don't.
He would have said that
No.
in my lane.
No,
He
I
would've
said it in
said
party.
that.
I just literally heard me say it. Yeah, he's literally heard me say that he's full
He
flop.
would have said it in my lane.
No, because my point is that comparing to Alvarez, how well he's done from River Plate, I think Echeverri, his performances for Argentina under 20s has been amazing, and the reason why we signed him and had so much hype about him. Masterano, I don't think he's at the same level as Alvarez.
Is he at the Club World Cup, right?
Who? Masterano?
Yeah.
River
Yeah,
Plate
he
in
is.
Club
Yeah,
World
he
Cup?
is.
I don't
No,
know.
he's at Real Madrid already.
Is he?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
look, I just don't rate Real Madrid to really. Maybe actually on the Xabi Alonso, I didn't even take it into consideration. I think that maybe that will play a part. Maybe he'll play a few more games than Endrick would
The
have done
thing
last
is,
season.
right, I think he's being honest in it, but his argument is just.
Look,
don't know,
my thing is that Masterano won't be. Will Masterano be better than Alvarez?
Yes.
I can't.
No
say,
way.
I can't
Can't
say
say,
that.
but the
I
fact that
can't
you
say
made
that.
that
Okay,
prediction
if
is
you
so
made a
weird.
prediction,
Impact.
would you?
I can't
Impact?
say that.
Are you saying
Alvarez
I
impact?
can't
impact.
say he's gonna flop.
Yeah,
No.
I can't say any of those two.
I think he will flop.
there's
I
a
think he will
lot more
flop.
chance he plays.
Well,
It's
my
not
think
a weird
this
thing.
was
it's
a shining light
clearly
for
it's
them.
audacious.
In a
because
free
everyone's
back
arguing about
system,
it.
Alonso's free back system will be a shining light in that position.
I mean, what would you say?
Master One, he'll be a shining light in that free back
What did
system.
you say?
Really?
Let me.
Yeah.
I
How?
can believe that.
He fits it.
Best
That's not
youngster.
crazy to say. I don't personally agree, but that's not crazy to say.
This
Your
one.
one is crazy.
Yeah, no, I will agree.
Man, look,
with that.
who's more
Because
believable?
you
Mine or
didn't even
Abdul's?
discuss it.
You would have told me.
That's true,
You would have
man.
told me that.
Okay.
Oh, if
Does
we
he really
spoke,
let me more like that?
he does. He does.
No, he does.
But if
Not that
But
much.
you know
we've,
Messi.
we've watched how many Barcelona knockout games did we watch last season when Lamine was badding up players? You've never said he's gonna be better than Messi. I'm pretty sure we've made a comparison here or there, or
Yeah,
it's
they
been
must, of
brought
course,
up.
guaranteed.
you can say
Well,
more
it'll be
successful.
better,
as-
the Master
no,
graduate.
the thing is, no, my point is that if you're to say that Lamine Yamal is a better, like, a master graduate, aka player, than Messi, eventually,
Yeah, we'll
you have
go on
to have
become-
that type of passion and energy
Yeah,
for
you
him.
got really.
I've never heard you talk about Lamine
It's
Yamal
one of
like
these two.
that.
It's one of these two.
Nah.
It's one of
No,
these
no,
two.
I said in
honest,
terms
man's
of
honest,
club
man's
achievements,
honest.
international
He said it
achievements,
himself. He
big
literally
game
heard me say it.
performances in
It's one of these
Champions
He ain't
League.
even that passionate
Lamine
about
Yamal
this,
will go on
two. So
to
will he
have a
win more
better
Ballon d'Ors than Messi?
8
8 Ballon d'Ors. Well, how old is he? He's got what? at least 20 years.
And he's won
He
what?
could definitely do it.
Okay.
Yo, the thing is, Bowen, Dean, you know what I mean? Who do you
I
want?
say he can win at least 4. At least 4.
That's
So
not
that's
matching
not
it.
greater than Messi.
I said at least. It could be
But that's
more.
not greater than Messi.
That's not good.
You
Messi.
need to
That means you
believe
have
what
to
you
say.
Alright, fine. More than.
Okay, he said fine. He doesn't believe it.
Boy, nah,
It's
I
either
think
one of them
Lamin's
two.
hype.
It's
Yeah,
one of them
no,
two.
it
I
has
think
to be.
Lamin's hype will,
He literally heard me say it.
excel him into winning more Ballon d'Ors.
But you didn't say that at the start.
You didn't ask me.
Will
I got
Will
caught.
Lamine hit 1K goal contributions?
1K goal contribution. What's he on now?
You don't even know what he's on now. If his biggest fan should know.
This
He's
is
probably
him.
on 50 or
What's
50
it?
something.
This is at him 17. Imagine him what? 5
Yo,
years
yo,
down the line.
forget-
He
forget
could
this,
hit
forget
like
this.
60 every
Yo,
season.
forget this, yeah.
He could hit 60
For you
goals
to
every
believe in your
season.
statement, you have to believe Lamine Yamal will be the greatest
Yes.
ever footballer to
Yeah.
ever grace the sport.
Yes.
Better than Ronaldo, better than Messi, better than Maradona, Pele, whoever else you want to chuck in the argument.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I
Oh,
don't,
really?
and I don't think you agree with that.
No,
I
he
think I do.
doesn't.
It's one of you two, I swear,
I
man.
think
It's
I
one of
do.
you two.
If you believe it's me, bruh, that's such a new
Because what he's
statement.
doing now,
I don't think,
give him 5 more years, he could.
Do you know producer even knows who Frank Masterbono is?
He probably knows a little bit.
I don't think he does.
we all know a
I don't
little
think he
bit.
knows to spell his name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
go on.
just don't know how you can say he's a flop though.
I think I said he will be a flop.
Yeah.
But why though? Just quickly. Just
I
quickly.
explained it. I don't think Rodri will be able to integrate into the squad. Who
But there's
will
no
be able
other
to do
right
anything.
winger. Gule's moving into midfield. Rodrigo
Will
probably
Güler not have a few games at right wing as
he will
well?
mostly play in
But
midfield.
he's
He'll
not going to
play
be a bona
midfield.
fide
He will play
right winger,
midfield.
is he?
I do think
He'll be-
Masterbono
he'll
will
be-
be one of
that's
the
it,
wingers.
that's
But
he will
on
be.
the right.
He will be Alonso's what?
Right,
You
that's
think?
what I was thinking.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Him on that right side,
No
he
way.
could unleash.
No way.
He could.
I mean, look, that's on your belief. I think he'll flop, and I
Okay,
believe that
okay,
he'll
who's
flop.
gonna vote?
Over
Does
5
Abdul
years-
believe that Lamine
over
Yamal is better than
5
Messi?
years in it, he thinks he's just going to do rubbish.
Okay,
Just
let's-
5 years in
Will
it.
he be-
In 5 years in it, he's going to be rubbish.
The only thing that's saving you
So,
is
no, no,
that
no.
he said that you said it in party.
At 20, he said,
Forget that, he
he's
said
gonna-
Lamine Yamal
at
better than
20
Messi.
When he's 22 in it, yeah, he's going to be washed. That's what he's saying.
I didn't say that though.
That's what you're
That's not
saying.
what flop is.
That is a flop.
No.
But if he said
If
that
you're
before,
yeah,
then
Yeah,
that's
nah,
evidence.
Go on and
that is
put
a
a vote
flop.
down.
Because
Yeah,
if
we're
he's
running out
not,
of time,
I'm
we're running
gonna
out of time.
stop.
We're
I'm
out
voting
of
for
time.
you because that's blasphemy,
I'm
and I'll
voting
never,
ridiculous.
I'll never hear that.
Yeah.
The
What's your
prize in the
disgusting?
bag.
Huh?
What's your one again?
No, why you do? We
Why
put
you
the votes
doing
down. The prize in the
Lamine
bag for
Yamal's
you.
the best youngster ever.
What's yours?
You already know what it is.
And what's yours again?
Neymar 2014 better than Mbappe 18 and
I
22.
believe that one.
Don't you're not swinging. It was
Best
full.
youngster.
Just flip
Vote.
it
I'm
and
voting you,
vote.
Well, I'm
Okay.
voting you.
Okay.
But who did you vote
Abdul.
for? Okay.
Put your hand up, Abdul.
Can the imposter please raise their hands?
I knew it was him.
There's no way he believes that.
I knew it was him.
But how do you not believe that though?
Well, me.
Yeah.
Leo Messi. No way. No way.
Nah, see, because I can hear the Lamine over Messi thing. I can.
Leo
Dude, you can hear his one.
Pele.
No, I'm
himself.
talking about young. I'm talking about
Oh.
young.
Pele, Neymar, Messi, these players. We don't know what Lamine Yamal's youngster is gonna look like in a few years' time.
But that's what I was thinking as well.
Oh, he put
don't know that.
a hook in that thing. You know, he put a catch.
Exactly.
He put a trap.
We don't know.
Forget about that. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, well,
Yo, you
help
explain
me
your
out so
one.
much
You're
with
not
that.
explain yourself, you disgusting. I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Time's up.
Wait, no, you have to
No,
explain it.
explain
You have to
yourself.
believe your statement.
Yeah,
Explain
I
yourself.
explained. I said
Do you believe your statement?
yes. I
Oh
believe.
my god!
Oh.
You
Oh
think
my
he's gonna
god!
Adapt the way Messi's adapted throughout his career. You think Lamine Yamal's
Oh
capable
my
of that?
god!
The playmaking ability. You think he's gonna become a playmaker at 35 years of age or whatever? Win a
Will
World Cup at
Lamine
that
reach
age?
Neymar's heights?
No, Desiree is more.
No, no, then will he hit Neymar's peak, Lamine, in his career?
Well, he has to if he's better
He
than
has to.
Messi.
No, I'm just saying, will he?
Yeah.
Will he hit Ronaldo's peak?
I think you beat Ronaldo. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
I think this is one
Catch
of the
this,
greatest.
Catch this in a few years' time, guys.
Give me 20 years in it. You'll see.
Alright, so
20
let's-
years.
So can
Uh,
you just repeat that statement one more time, please?
It was what Lamine Yamal would be the better La Masia graduate than Messi.
Which is basically what translated. He'll be a better player than Messi, right?
Explain, just explain a little bit.
Just put that once in. I just want to put it for the shorts, yeah.
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 Say it word for
Collect
word. Look at
farming.
look at the camera
Right.
right here.
You want to say
Lamine
Lamine
Yamal-
Yamal would be a better player than Lionel Messi.
Ooh, for a bar. Yo, everyone, clip it up. I think
This
that's
was my favorite video I've ever filmed until now. This the worst now.
all right. I mean, look, that means
We all
that-
drew.
Should I say
Oh.
my
No,
statement?
Who said we all drew?
Oh yeah, what's the original statement?
It
It had nothing to do with what I can't lie. It was about I think potential growth, like players becoming peaking, is a myth now. It's very rare, and a lot of players are now going to peak young.
Oh,
See, like no, cause that's not audacious thing to say. That's why I believed you.
Well, the Yamal one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got nice about that.
cause I can hear that argument. I can, but yeah.
Well, we
yes,
drew.
sir. No, we drew. You didn't drew.
Yeah.
No.
I
You
can't-
don't
Everyone
get
got
2
two,
points.
everyone got
It's
two.
fine, I
No.
want to
Me
continue.
and you voted for we get 1 point each.
What do you mean?
Me and you vote for Abdul. We get 1 point each for getting right vote.
But I'm
He's the imposter.
Oh,
you
wait.
stupid?
Oh, wait.
Imposter.
You know what is it? His take was so bad, I thought it was
Oh,
still
yeah,
imposter.
yeah. Can we
My
minus
take.
one?
Yeah.
Let's minus
Worst.
one.
No,
Wait,
it's
let's
not.
minus one from him. You're on
No, we're
one.
not.
You're on one.
Oh my
The only
god.
thing that saves him is other people genuinely.
When
believe
Messi, when
No one
Neymar's better than
believes
Messi,
that.
you can
There
take
are
that 1
people
point
who
back.
believe
Lamine
Right.
Yamal will be better than Messi.
Oh
You can
my
find it
god.
online.
All right, if
man.
you're a Lamine Yamal stan and you think he's better than Messi, please comment below. I just want to have
Yeah,
a
they
word
exist.
quickly.
Unfortunately, they exist.
We just want to have a word.
They do.
Abid might have a few strong words.
Nah, I have nothing to say. Except for a few prayers.
Alright. So
Messi.
wait, so that doesn't mean that we're all on 2 and you're on 0. No,
Ah, I
you
should
can
have
oh,
been
you're
on
on
three.
2.
on two.
Oh,
No,
what?
we drew.
I
That's
should've
what I'm
been on
saying. We
three.
drew.
Oh,
I
wow.
should-
I hope you have the scores
Yeah.
if you need to count. 2, 2, 2, and 2.
We need a
Desmond.
Everyone
rematch.
too.
We need a rematch.
Desmond all around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Desmond.
There'll be a
all around.
rematch. There'll be a rematch coming
There'll be a
soon.
rematch.
Yeah, look,
There'll
if
be-
you want to see the Football Mafia again, I mean, look.
No,
this
we'll
is,
come up with a name for it in the title.
Yeah.
Is it
It
a
needs to
Mafia?
have a,
Imposter?
it needs
We
to have
all
a
come
unique
with
name.
different names.
Alright, I mean, if you want me to change and edit the name, leave a comment. I'll edit it for you guys.
Let's just before we go, who do you think had the best imposter performance?
Me, I saved myself so much.
But to be fair, no one thought about Dean,
Oh, that's true.
and no one thought about me that much about Leicester.
Yeah. Oh,
And
no,
Abdul
no.
in Abdul in the first round.
Wait,
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
wasn't Bob? No, you actually believe Bob Paisley.
Yeah.
First round, Abdul.
So
was
we
good.
all imposter once.
No, but
Who,
no one
who,
voted me
who
either.
we rank
No one
is the
voted
best?
me either.
Who we rank is the best round
Okay.
as a Mafia? Just quickly.
Um,
I don't think it was you because I had mad sauce on you.
who do you have the least sus
Fez.
on? It was Abdul, no?
Abdul genuinely like.
What was Abdul's one?
You
guy?
know,
I think
Ruben
free back.
Amorim's free back is better than Alonso.
I
but
think
it was changed.
Abdul probably had the best round then.
Yeah.
Mine was what? It was
He explained it pretty well.
Mine was what was it? Ruben Amorim's free back is better than Inzaghi's if he had Inzaghi's
Okay.
players. That's what it
As
was.
in your imposter, same as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who do we say was the most valuable inspector or
Crewmate.
crewmate?
Dream valuable.
Who had
Like
the
in
most
all
sus?
around.
Who picked
Who had the most
right?
accurate sus?
No one had accurate sus. No one
Yeah.
got a point.
Yeah, no one had it. We're all even as
We're
size
all
2
even.
Okay, true. Yeah. Okay. Well.
I swear no one got it right.
Yeah, no one got it right.
No one got anyone right.
Wait, did Abid vote for Yusuf?
I had him
He did, but he
originally.
changed it.
man.
He changed it.
That would have been you.
No, do you know why I changed it? You made me change it because you said, what did you say? All right, you have to vote or something.
No.
Or you said, all right, everyone has one vote on them or something. What did you say?
No,
Because
I
I
didn't say
voted on
anything.
you. No, originally I voted on you. Then you said something.
Yeah, he did.
No, I know, because you said you voted on me. It's like, oh, I'm going to be tactical vote on me.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, everyone has one vote. It doesn't mean anything.
And then no, but then that's
So
stupid
no, that's
to
not
vote on
tactical
Dean.
then.
That was tactical. No,
That
watch
was
it.
tactical.
No, if you
You
watch it,
should've.
when
No,
you
no,
watch
that's
it
literally
back.
said no, because if you voted on me, everyone would have won.
No,
That
but-
doesn't mean anything.
No, but I'm saying
Just
when
means
you
it gets
when you
me.
watch it back, you'll see what you
You
said.
saved
No,
yourself
I know,
very
I
well.
know.
Yeah, you saved
Right,
yourself.
no, it wasn't even saying myself. It just made no sense.
I should have won.
Because he said it was
man.
tactical, like he was voting someone out. He
I
didn't.
should have won.
Yeah, no,
It didn't mean
yeah.
anything.
I should have won. But yeah, it's a brilliant game.
No, that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to see another Football Imposter Mafia, Among Us, whatever this is, game show thing, yeah, ask for more in the comments. Like it, share it around, tell it all your friends. Say this is the best video you ever watched before. Essays and makeup.
Never
video.
done before.
9
Yeah.
subscribers
Never.
left.
Oh yeah,
Man.
9 subscribers, still 100. I told you we have something very special planned.
Zidane's coming on, isn't he?
Yeah,
Maybe not for 100, maybe for like a few in the future.
Okay, and yeah, I mean, like, share, subscribe, share around. Everyone, what are your thoughts? Any final words for people?
Brilliant game. We'll be back.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will.
Stay tuned for more game shows.
Indeed. Look, the leagues, I mean, pictures out as well, so that's interesting. And look, someone's here. We have a lot of game shows to plan, so be there. Be there, like it, share it, subscribe again, your 100 subscribers, please. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.